Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is happening, everybody? It's Past Gravy, episode 616 with you pals Alex, Pat, and Bobby the Hog Jokes Barbosa the Third. Back at it again. I hope you're having a wonderful gravy day. We have a hell of an episode for you because at the end of this week, we will know who exactly will be having to grab a cop's gun or
buy some chickens.
Buy some chickens and raise them. We are going to have a pressure cooker mock draft finale. Pat won last week's mock draft.
Decisively.
Not decisively.
I had 52% of the vote.
Oh, I had 40-something%. It wasn't like super. It wasn't a blowout.
I mean, over 50.
Pat and I both have 3 wins in the season. Robert's already won the season, so somebody has to be in last place. We're going to have Pat and I face off 1v1. We do not know currently what the mock draft will be over. Robert will be in charge of that. Robert will give us a topic. We will have to pick 4 of each of the topic, and we will have to draft then and there. I have never been more nervous in my life.
I'm just terrified that we're going to tie. And we're going to have to do this again next week.
If we tie,
I mean, we can't.
If we tie, there is no punishment. Fair? Fair, all right? That's on the voters. That's on the voters. Someone has to lose.
Alex is going to create like 9 fake accounts and start voting at 11:58 just to even out the
No, I'm not.
numbers.
Fuck, we got to have 50-50.
Me either.
50-50. So, yeah, we got that going, and then we got a lot of other fun stuff we're going to talk about today. But let's get started with, I don't know if this is a song. I looked it up. I don't think it's a song, but you know those little Instagram notes that are like Instagram statuses people have?
No.
Like you swipe where like messages would be, and it's like you can put a bubble. It's like just whatever you want to say. It's basically just like an away message.
I didn't know you could do that.
Like, here,
like in your DMs?
I think, yeah. So like, see how like today's the day
is that new?
The sun is warm, the tank is clean. That's what somebody said. So today, at one point, I saw 3 separate women that do not have association with each other post the same quote, which made me think it was a song. But when I look it up, it's not a song. It said, "If you can't water me, don't waste my time." 3 different independent women posted that as their little Instagram status. What does that mean? Are they plants?
I think it means they want to get pissed on.
Well, they're plants.
How else would a dude water a chick?
There's
2 ways.
Does she think? Are you talking about? Are you a Venus flytrap?
I guess there's actually 3 ways. One of them spit,
Okay.
and the other 2 come from your dick.
Okay.
So either they want a facial or they're into wet works.
If you can't water me, don't waste my time. All right.
They probably mean like you need to nurture my soul
you're not paying
and all
yeah,
that. But in my brain, they're like, hey, pee on me.
I want to be wet.
Which, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say right now. Not down with it.
That's not my thing.
Not a pee guy.
I don't judge. Just not my thing.
Now, not to say I would never pee on you. Like if you were both taking a shower, like not sexual, but taking a shower, I might go and pee on your leg a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just funny.
Just locker room stuff.
That's locker room stuff, dude.
It's guy stuff.
We have a mutual friend that used to do that.
We do.
A lot.
Yeah. And for the football
but yeah,
showers.
I'm not down with the PP.
But yeah, if you can't water me, don't waste my time. Obviously, it just means like if you can't like take care of me and make this relationship work, it's not gonna work. But I don't know why. I looked it up. There was like an Usher song that said "Don't waste my time" in it, but it did not say if you can't water me, don't waste my time. I did many Google searches. I Yahoo searched it. I didn't ask Jeeves it. Robert, will you ask Jeeves it and see if it has any results
on it?
But yeah, I don't know. I just
Did you search Reddit?
Well, I Googled it and it would have popped up. It was on Reddit, you know?
I had to Google lyrics the other day because I had them stuck in my head. Could not figure out what it was from. It was a Jack White song. I don't remember what. The friendship one. He's like, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Could not figure out where I know it from. It was driving me nuts. I Googled it, and I think people were in. Eventually, I found a Reddit post that had like answers on it. And people were like Juno, blah, 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 and or like other movie, maybe. And I was like, dude, that's not it though. Finally. And it was a Reddit post about it that the comments were cut off.
It's in the Conan O'Brien.
It's the Conan O'Brien fucking podcast.
Conan O'Brien needs a
Dude,
friend,
and there
right?
was one comment
Bleep that
down
below.
buried that was very at the bottom. I went to go like it and up bump it or whatever it's called in Reddit.
You can't
Couldn't
because
it was turned off.
Comments are closed.
But that guy saved my fucking
Yeah.
life because that was like the 5th Google link that I went to. Couldn't find what it was.
Did you see it? You couldn't find anything on it, could you?
Nothing on it. The
Dude.
first thing that pops up is that song.
The Usher song, right? Which I was like, let me look at the lyrics. None of those, like the if you can't water me, don't waste my time. So I don't know. I need to message the like. I'm not really friends with any of them. I don't
All
really
three of them
know
were
any
white,
them.
weren't they?
No,
Oh.
no.
I guess the white
Two of them
women
were.
mentality has infiltrated all the other women.
Two of them were, but one of them was not. Not that it
I
matters.
bet you every single one of those girls has Live, Laugh, Love somewhere in their apartment or house.
Or do you think they misquoted the Usher song?
One, maybe. 3, no.
Because it was the same day. Like that's why I was like, I need to ask the fellas this.
Robert, you know where you can search for this? Go on Etsy or Pinterest.
Go on, what's another girl
Yeah.
website?
What's some shit that some broads would go on?
Tumblr.
Kitchenaccessories.com.
But maybe, so you talked about the girls with Down syndrome filter thing. Joey Swoll did a whole rant on like how fucked up that is. And we thought you were insane when you were telling us
Me and
that.
Joey Swoll are basically the exact same
I was
guy.
like, Pat is just in a weird part of the internet. I don't know. This was Instagram, but maybe in like 2 weeks, we'll find out that like not watering you and when wasting your time is a thing. But I kind of want to say that, like, look, dude, if you can't water me, don't waste my time, Pat. All right? Start using that just to get back at people.
I was about to say, I was like, that would be just cringe-inducing and hilarious at the same time hearing a man say that.
Verbal meme, it's just like a potted plant that's dying at the desk. It's like it's dying at someone's desk and it says, if you can't water me, don't waste my time. And it's just a withering away plant.
Okay, I need to remember
Send that
that
to Sam. Sam would love that one, Robert.
because I'm going to say that to our hosts that are like 21 and 19, and I think they both might die just of secondhand embarrassment hearing me say those words. So
Yeah.
that's going to be perfect.
But you should try that with Sam because she's a plant person, and that is like a plant quote. Like, ask her text her that quote and say, what plant would say this? And so then we can start, like, maybe it was a Robert Plant quote.
Could be.
What's another Poison Ivy? Could she have said it in Batman Forever?
I mean, it could be a cactus because they don't need a lot of water, but they do need a little bit.
But if you're not going to water, don't waste my time.
Exactly. That sounds like a cactus.
A cactus would be like, you can waste most
Probably
of your
not a
time.
cactus because they can go longer without the
Not a
watering.
succulent. I know that.
Hmm.
See, all right, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and by I'm not going to do any more work on this, but maybe somebody else will reach out.
I've already forgotten what we were just talking about.
Robert, you ask Sam. Just ask Sam and see what kind of plant would say that. Okay.
Okay.
Other thing I had was, what is the best zoo opener? Like when you walk into a zoo, what is the like best animal that you would see that just like gets it going, like gets the vibes going? Because I know that like lion and tigers rock, but a lot of times they're sleeping and stuff. When you walk into a zoo, what's like an always just chill animal that you're like, fuck yeah, these animals are here?
I think a good one would be like a big like parrot cage where there's a bunch of them in there, but like it's monkeys. Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the last time either of you have been to the zoo, but I remember the monkeys, like a big monkey cage, being pretty damn close to the entrance. Granted, this was about 28 years ago, the
Okay, so
last time I
that's
went to
kind
the
of a
zoo.
minute. It's been a minute for
Yeah, it's
But
been
dude,
a
monkeys,
long
dude,
time for me.
you walk in the zoo and you see monkeys right away, you're like,
monkeys
Fuck
rock.
yeah,
But I
dude.
feel like sometimes the monkeys are just not doing anything.
yeah, but even if they're just chilling, if you can just see monkey, you're like, look at that. That's a little hairy guy right
Monkey
there.
see, and you're like, all right.
You're like, oh, dude, is that a capuchin? That's a capuchin monkey. It's the one
Monkeys
monkey I
are
know.
cool, but I feel like sometimes they're not doing anything; they're just lounging. I feel like penguins and otters are the two best options.
I was thinking penguins.
Otter good. Penguin, I'm going to say no because it's going to need to be in a colder room, and you don't want to hit the AC right away. You want to be walking around for a little bit and then get into the AC part to give yourself a little bit of a break before you finish the rest of
But
the zoo.
penguins are always like, I feel like you never see penguins just chilling and doing nothing. Like every time you go to a penguin exhibit, they're sliding down the little thing, they're getting in the water, they're eating fish, they're running around playing with each other. Like Penguins are pretty electric, and otters. I don't know if every zoo has them.
Otters are great.
But otters are always just fun. Like, look at this guy. He's got a ball. He's just floating around with a ball. Like, that's a good vibe setter. Like,
He's
you
just a
walk
little
in,
guy floating on his back, showing you his belly, and he looks so pettable.
and maybe they're holding hands, just floating, because that's what they.
Oh,
that's how
it's
they
the
sleep.
most adorable thing
That's how
in the
they
world.
sleep. But like, if you walk into a zoo and you see a bunch of otters, like that's the first exhibit you see, and then you're just like, hell yeah, dude! Today's gonna be a good zoo day.
You know what it should be, honestly, is when you walk in the zoo, there should just be like 10 dogs.
Just like to get you going. It's like, look, these aren't
Yeah.
really zoo animals, but like they hang out because they're always
Like 2
dogs.
black labs, a couple of German shepherds. You got to have golden in there, maybe like a French bulldog. Just an assortment of dogs where you can be like, I'm gonna pet a dog first. Good day.
There's
Then you go
sometimes like
off along your way.
companion animals that go along with.
But you're not supposed to pet those because they're working.
Right, but like, why don't they put those companion animals together in like an opening thing during the day? And you're like, oh, look at those dogs.
Like a petting zoo of
you have to pet
animals
'em.
you're not
You can
allowed
just-
to pet.
You can just look at them and be like, oh, puppies.
That'd be good too. I think dogs would be sneaky. Nobody,
But they don't.
They don't
usually
think
have
about it.
Dogs at the zoo.
Exactly, but they
I was
should.
thinking like zoo specific animals. Like dogs would be a good exhibit to start with.
Any exhibit where it's like, usually it's like a lion or a tiger, but there's just a dog walking around with it because the dog has been in the cage since the thing was a baby, so it trusts it.
It's its best friend.
Yeah, that's always good when you see like a 600-pound tiger, and then there's like a brown lab that's just like chewing on his ear, and the tiger's doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with monkeys though. I love monkeys.
I'm gonna go penguins or otters.
Otters is also good. Robert.
Yeah, I thought penguins, but I think Pat kind of convinced me with the AC thing. So I'm gonna go. I'll go otters.
Otters
I'll go
rock.
otters.
That's a vibe setter for sure. What's the best closer at a zoo?
Probably.
Now I think it's the penguins.
I was. No,
Penguins would be a
I
good
feel like
closer.
penguins you want in the middle. I feel like you want the AC break and then you go back into it.
When you go see this gorilla and the gorilla's like asleep, then you want to next see the penguins because you're like, all right, I'm back on.
It's not lion or tiger because while that would be cool, you don't want to wait till the very end for those.
Giraffe or elephant.
I think giraffe might be it.
Because a giraffe, you're like, look at this tall motherfucker. And like a giraffe can't really hide.
Elephant, I want to see a little bit earlier than the end.
But at the end, they're just big ass animals. You're like, that rocks.
Yeah. Well, what if that's the way zoos were lined up? You start with the smallest animals and you just work up to the big ones.
Only big animals at the end.
So it's
That'd
like
be
you
cool.
start with the monkey cage. Or no, you start with like birds. Then you get to monkeys,
Yeah.
otters, penguins all around at the same time. That'd be a sick exhibit.
That would be a sick zoo, just in general.
Oh, you know what the answer probably is? It's if you walk in the zoo and immediately there's 100 guys fighting a gorilla.
That wouldn't really be an exhibit.
Or maybe that's the end.
That would be a cool end. Yeah.
It's like, how'd the zoo go today? Cool. It ended with a battle royale.
There were 100 guys that were just hanging out in this exhibit ready to fight a gorilla.
This gorilla was just pimp slapping dudes left
Just
and right.
killing so many people. Yeah. All right. Well, I think like giraffe and elephant would rock.
Yeah, for the end. Or
All
maybe rhino, but yeah,
I
something
don't-
big.
I don't know if zoos think about their openers as much as they should, but like it's a clutch move to have like a cool zoo opener.
You got to have a good flow to the
Yeah,
walk, man.
I want to start off hot. I don't want an animal that
Exactly.
I can't
That's
see.
why you don't go penguins. You start off hot, then you get in the AC. Go
Like
cold.
Jurassic Park, you saw the very first exhibit they went to, couldn't find the dinosaur. How'd that go?
Can't chance that.
Not great. Didn't go great. Isla Nublar didn't go great. That's why they never went back, except they
Your
did
Spanish is
12 more
incredible.
times. All right, last thing I had for Precome segment was there's a guy, like, do you ever see people that have their Instagram or Twitter handle on their car?
Yes.
And then you always go and look it up because I'm like, I want to see what this motherfucker
Almost
got.
never.
I always do because I'm like, what? Why do you have this out there? What do you got? Are you promoting a business? There's a guy that drives a Lambo in my like townhouse complex. It's loud as fuck. It wakes my kid up a lot because it's very loud. So I kind of already resented him, but I saw he had his Instagram on there. He's also a tennis coach, is what I learned. Then I saw this dude get out of his car. He's a very large man.
Respect.
But like professions that you wouldn't really trust a fat guy at, tennis coach.
False.
A fat tennis coach? That guy's not the guy, like you don't look like you're good at tennis.
That's why you go with that guy. Athletic fats are some of the best. Because like you think about it, you look at that guy, you would never in a million years
Not
see
tennis.
Then all of a sudden you see him walking towards you when you have a scheduled tennis lesson and you're like, all right, fatty must know some shit. He must, and then all of a sudden, of course, you're going to see him, and dude's going to have a power forehand.
Or what if he's not like a fat trainer? I wouldn't trust that guy.
I think you could, because then there's always the old saying: "Those who cannot do, teach." Like,
But,
listen,
like,
when I
those
was
that
younger, I was good at this shit.
Those that look like they
Anymore.
haven't done it in a while should probably still not teach it.
Probably, but that's the thing. He hasn't kept in competitive shape. He still plays. Play all the
This guy,
time.
I
He
don't
just
think-
doesn't.
I
He
don't
just
think
doesn't.
this
He's
guy
not down with
plays.
running. Which honestly, I respect anybody that's good enough at a sport to teach it, but also says fuck cardio.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive a Lambo.
Fat coaches are the best. I feel like you
I
want.
don't know if you know
I
that
think
cardio
the
is
fatter the
a-
better for
a
coaches.
very large part of tennis.
Of competitively playing tennis, not of coaching it.
Coaching it, I feel like
'Cause
you also
honestly-
have to have a little cardio.
Most of the time with coaching, what are you doing? You're sitting there in the same spot. You're hitting to different areas and making them run, or you're just feeding balls into the machine for tennis or showing form. You're not actually sprinting back and forth and playing.
You just don't see a fat tennis player. You see, like, football, you can play off with a fat coach because you're like, he was a lineman. You know, baseball, you know, you had Prince Fielder. Like, you can be like, that guy was like a Prince Fielder back in his day, probably. Like, name one chubby tennis player ever.
Well, the problem with that is I can only name like 5 tennis
But,
players
like,
ever.
none of them are chubby.
Yeah, because they were the elites.
Like, it's like, never trust a skinny cook. Like, okay, never trust a fat tennis pro.
I mean, there's fat golfers. I mean,
It's
you're not
golf,
really
though.
running. That would be fun though. Can we start a fat league where it's like, here's an NBA league. The only criteria is starting weight is 300 pounds. You got like a 6'6", 300-pound
Just
point
get
guard.
gassed out
Yeah.
immediately.
All of the centers are like 380.
That'd be wild.
It'll be so much fun to watch, dude. But then we've all seen the videos of like a fat guy playing street ball, like crossing people up, draining threes, and you're like, all right, big sexy, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, if I was looking for tennis lessons, and then the only way I saw about this guy's lessons was that he had a Lambo and an Instagram sticker on the Lambo, I'd probably be like, I'm gonna pass on this.
Also, he's got a Lambo.
He's got a Lambo,
Probably a pretty good fucking coach.
or tennis is not his main source of income.
He can afford a Lambo, but he's still teaching tennis. I would think he's probably got at least passion, knowledge of the sport. You didn't say this was on a Lambo. The Lambo changes everything.
Yeah,
If this was on, if it was on a Toyota Corolla, it would be one fucking thing.
but you don't put stickers on a Lambo.
You do if it's your business Lambo.
But it was his.
That's probably how he wrote off.
Oh, you can
Probably like, I bought this for my business.
maybe smarter than I thought.
It's a business expense. My Lamborghini.
That's how I advertise myself.
Also, where did you see this? I'm guessing somewhat Galleria area,
He
dude.
lives in my complex.
Oh. Still, he's probably just banging fucking River Oaks moms and teaching
Maybe
them
not.
tennis.
I don't know.
Could be.
Waking my kid up, and I don't like that part, but I should challenge him to a game of tennis.
But when he shows up, you're like, all right, it's Wii tennis.
He's like, best I can do is pickleball. I'm like, fuck you, pussy. I play real sports.
That'd be funny, though. Then you probably get this guy on the court, and all of a sudden he is just nasty, running back and forth, and you're like, I didn't.
What if I absolutely just dominated, though? Then I'm the new tennis coach, and I get his Lambo.
That'd be pretty cool.
He has to grab a cop's gun.
Then you find out that Lambo is fucking $180,000 underpaid and it's currently in repossession.
He hasn't paid on it ever.
It's the only thing he got left from the divorce.
That might be it.
She got the house, the kids,
He's
the
a
dogs.
divorced tennis coach.
I kept my Lambo though.
She couldn't take that. Bitch couldn't take that. All right, what'd you guys bring
The
in
more we
for-
discuss this guy, I want to meet him now.
What'd you guys bring in for Precome
What do you
segment?
think is the best way when you're feeling shitty is just fucking like doing a hard reset on your body? What's the quickest way to get yourself back in?
Like a boot and rally type situation.
That's what I was gonna
Just
say.
a little yak, and
Yeah.
then move on.
I was telling you earlier today, but I'd like cough and my stomach wasn't feeling good, and I tried to, and I couldn't really get much, and it was an unsuccessful boot and rally. But right before we started,
Did you just give it a little?
I
boot
fucking
rally?
boot and rallied in the bathroom
Yeah.
here, and I got to tell you, I instantly felt great.
Remember,
It resets your system so well.
Remember when I took one of your Zins at a not at a Sabercats rugby game, and I was like, guys, my head is spinning.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh yeah, you've never really done Zins before, have you? I was like, I'm not feeling great. was like, I'll be right back. I went and just threw up, and I was perfectly fine. It was
Do it
like
again.
sometimes, like I'm really good at making myself throw up, so like I can do that, and then just let's go.
It is a skill.
And you have that little acid in your mouth too, that then like kind of keeps you awake or whatever. So you're like, I am alert, and I'm going to have heartburn later.
Give yourself like a nice light meal 10, 15 minutes beforehand just so you have something in the stomach to throw up.
Or chug a bunch of water because that's like when it's just spraying everywhere.
You know what's really good with that too is if you just take a beer and you like just down a beer.
And you know it's coming back up anyways.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, well, but my body knows.
This doesn't even count.
Your
as a
body
beer.
already recognizes sometimes that when you chug a beer, it needs to come right back up
Yep,
immediately.
yep.
So you're just training your body. Oh, it's such a good reason.
Yeah.
That maybe being tased also could just wake you up, might make you feel a little twitchy.
Good.
But the boot and rally, I feel like after college is frowned upon, and it's like, you know what, dude? Sometimes you just got to be an adult, make an
Right.
adult decision.
Yeah.
Like I understand what will make my body feel better.
The night's still going. I need to be a part of this night. Let's go.
Or the night went, and now the next day is not going,
Or like I want to do a podcast.
and I need the day to
Gotta
go.
go yak a little bit, and I'll be good to go. Robert, what is your move? Do you make yourself throw up ever?
I do not.
Probably
No.
never thrown up in your life.
Only from being sick.
Yeah, only from being sick.
Never felt like maybe you ate too much and you're a little full, and you're like, I've done that before too. You're like, I feel a little full. I'm like, bleh. Better.
It would just be like go on a walk. I don't. Make
Oh,
myself throw
he's
up.
just a clear my head guy.
yeah,
yeah.
clear my head guy. Take a nap.
Need a
Count
little
to
fresh
10,
air.
Take a deep breath.
Take a nap. Go for a walk. A bike ride or something like that.
It's less extreme.
With Dr. Pepper. That's what Dr. Pepper, like, Dr. Pepper people, like, what do you do when you feel shitty? I have another Dr. Pepper. It's because I'm having Dr. Pepper withdrawals.
Robert's just like, look, if you can't water me, don't waste my time. That's what Robert's saying to us right now.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like to just feel good every day.
I envy that about Robert. I feel good no days.
All from 8 beers yesterday. That's it. That's all it took.
I can't tell you the last time. Actually, no, we'll get to. I was watching my new quarterback, and I was excited about that. So that's when I felt good. But then,
Your maybe new quarterback.
no, he is my new quarterback.
I mean, it maybe
on
not
my
starter,
team.
though.
Right? No, probably not a starter yet.
He will be by week 8.
This is a learning season. All right. What else you got? Was it? Is it Robert's turn?
Robert, you got anything for us?
Small accomplishment. I've been telling you guys a couple of things that I've been doing around the house. Like I changed I unclogged like the bathroom faucet just by taking it out. I couldn't like unscrew with my hand. I had to get a tool, and when I got the tool, I just used like the pressure of like opening a doorknob, and it came off, and that was it. Yesterday, I changed the inner tube of my bike because the little valve where you would use to like pump air into it that broke off, so I couldn't pump air into my bike. So I had to change the tire. I needed a specific socket thing, and that was a whole hassle getting the right size, because I would get the biggest size that I have is 14 millimeters, and I need something bigger than that. I got one. I got a toolkit. The biggest one that came in that one was 15 millimeters, still too small. It ended up being 18, but it was just like the accomplishment of very simply just having to undo these nuts and then remove my bike and then change it. Like, and I just felt like I did something today.
I got some nuts for you to do.
I did something today. And I'm all like greasy and dirty. I'm like,
I'm a
yeah.
man now.
Robert stood up afterwards, like adjusted his junk, like I'm a fucking man.
Sorry, I was doing man stuff,
Just
babe.
spit outside.
What
just
you need? You know what they say about bikes? If you can't water them, don't waste their time. Works for everything.
That's good though. Even just doing like the smallest
The
manual
smallest
labor
thing,
thing.
yeah.
you do,
Yeah.
When you're done, you're like, fucking man.
I did it.
Like my dryer rocks a bunch, and I had to like figure out how to like even out one of the legs, and then I put something under it to make it stop rocking, and I was like, figured that out. Not really, but sort of. It stopped doing the thing it was doing, and I didn't like that. So nice,
I changed the flusher of the toilet
nice.
because it got loose and it started leaking water, so I just changed it. Very simple thing to do. But I'm
Man
like,
stuff.
yeah. I didn't need to call a plumber.
Right.
Oh yeah, fixing a leaky faucet. That's classic man shit too.
Yeah.
Like that's the one that you've seen so many times in shows growing up that
It's like
you're
the
like,
stock photo.
I have to be able to do that. Like that's the baseline of manhood.
Yep.
Like as an adult, I should say.
Like if you ever have to have somebody change a tire. Like
You know, that's
that-
probably the baseline.
That
Changing a
rocks
tire.
too, because you're like, oh yeah, no big deal. You can get back on the road, ma'am.
Actually, you know what? You're gonna want to go opposite on those bolts. You don't want to do two side by side.
Well, you know what? Yeah, do right there, then go across it. You know, you don't want to over tighten that bad
You got
boy.
to make sure you loosen those up before you jack it up a little bit.
You got a jack? All right, let me see that. I can do this. You don't put it under the plastic. Like, yeah, make sure it doesn't break the plastic. I got this. And you get it done, and you just man shit.
What was that?
That's pretty accurate because like the ones that come with the car are so tiny. They're like, hey,
And you're
you're
just
just
like
doing this for like 5 minutes.
killing yourself for it.
And you get so fucking mad when you accidentally you start getting wild with it and you scrape your knuckle on the ground. You're like, motherfucker. That
I remember
hurts.
I had to do that one time with one of my old cars, and I was so frustrated with it. And then I just bought. I was like, I wonder if I go on Amazon if I can buy it. I don't know how much it was, but I bought like the nice, like the cool jack where you just stick the stick in it and you go, and it rocked.
I need to get one of those.
I never used it for me, but I used it for somebody else one time. I was like, I got one.
Well, just because, but anytime you have to, you're like, I've got a fucking sweet jack for this.
Yeah,
Like that and a bidet. Those are my next
those
on the list ones.
That's a cool purchase. That's a cool purchase. I bet.
One clean butthole.
We have the hillbilly bidets in my house. You saw those. It's just like the sprayer.
I would call it more of like I think it's like a Middle East bidet is what it is.
I don't know. It's the thing like what you.
It's a shower head on the wall.
What you would use to wash dishes.
It's just a shower head on the wall attached to a.
It's the thing. It's just attached to a sink that you would spray dishes with, but it's attached to the.
And
toilet.
it came with the house. It was like that.
It was like that in all of the toilets.
Have you used it?
No.
I would not.
It would just splash everywhere.
Yeah.
It seems like a terrible idea.
Like I assume it is different and only has one jet on it, but it has the look.
No,
of
it's like when you would clean dishes. It sprays out like a shower head would.
like with like a
Yeah.
with a spread.
Yeah. Seems like a bad
How
idea.
are you going to spray with a spread when you need to hit a fucking target?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
It's
why
like,
I've not used it.
one of these will hit the target. The rest
Yeah.
of your ass is going to be
Yeah.
wet, but that's okay. No, it's not.
I mean, initially when we got the house, it was just like,
And it's in your
yeah,
guest
it works.
bathroom.
It's in all the bathrooms.
But I mean, the one I saw was in the guest. That's a wild thing to have a wide spray in a guest bathroom. Because what are you going to do? Come out there and go, hey, you got any towels I can dry my ass
So
with?
I was spraying my ass.
Sorry, your
Oops.
entire bathroom is soaked because I didn't know how to clean my butthole.
Yeah, just don't use it.
I won't.
No, that's a good call. But all
I
right.
don't want to now.
The only time I would use that is like if I knew someone was waiting outside the door, I would open it real quick and go, ha, and spray them.
With toilet water,
Yeah. Well, it's not toilet water.
isn't it?
It wasn't in the
Was
toilet.
it attached to the
Attached to the
tank?
toilet.
I thought it came out of the wall.
No.
I only looked very quickly and then
It was
dismissed
out
it.
of the toilet, and all three of them. It's an interesting move.
Oh, it's the tank water, though.
Still toilet water,
It's not going in with the poop, though.
but still toilet water.
I mean, that is true.
All right. We're learning today.
It's a bad bidet.
Sometimes, though, if you can't water your butthole, don't waste its time. That's what I always say.
No, if you can't water it, you still need to wipe it.
You still need to wipe it. Don't waste its time, though.
I know my buddy texted the group chat the other day. He had a phantom poop.
Oh, no wiper?
Yeah, no wiper. He was so happy. I
Those
was
are
like,
nice.
cool. I haven't had one of those in so many goddamn
But a phantom
years.
poop, you still have to wipe to find out that you didn't have to wipe. So it's still a wiper.
You know, I didn't ask if he did the wipe check or if he just trusted it. But hey, if he just trusted it, I'm pretty sure he would have reported 20 minutes later, like, nope, that wasn't. I thought it was.
Whoopsies.
I got a sweaty beehole now.
All right, well, let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment and tell you what's back in the news according to us. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right, our first comeback kid is mosquitoes because my fucking God, they're back. It's the worst.
I haven't really spent much time outside lately.
Took the dog out the other night and it was like I came back. I was like, why are they everywhere? What the fuck? It's getting that time.
Damn it.
Mosquito season.
And we will be outside next weekend. Son of a bitch.
Get your well, a lot of concrete though.
True.
Buzzfest sold out. No big deal.
Buzz,
We're
buzz,
going.
buzz. What if I dressed up as a bee?
You could.
Like, I thought this was like a bee convention.
I was under the impression this was a bee fest.
So what you're saying is Jerry Seinfeld is not here.
He actually will be there. He's gonna be on the lawn performing in between sets, right before Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I mean, outside of like things that humans do, mosquitoes might be the worst thing that God did to this planet.
Mosquitoes are pretty bad.
I don't even know what purpose they serve. Like, they say if bees were to disappear, the world would die because pollination wouldn't happen and shit like that. If mosquitoes disappear, would anything be like? Now, I'm sure there's some animal out there that eats mosquitoes, and I think it would probably adapt because half the year it doesn't have its food source anyway, right?
Blood.
But no, I'm saying like whatever eats mosquitoes, they're only around for a portion of the year anyway.
They play a role in the food chain as a food source for many animals and are also important pollinators for plants.
Oh, they are pollinators, those bitches.
Their larvae are eaten by fish, amphibians, and insects, while adult mosquitoes are consumed by birds, bats, and other insects. Yeah, well, like...
You just ruined my fucking day by reminding me about mosquitoes.
But let birds just fucking eat worms, man.
That's what I'm saying. Half the year the mosquitoes aren't there, so they don't really need them as a food source. It's just like an extra food source for them.
Yeah, fuck mosquitoes, dude.
Dude, kill them all and just let bees step up and do more.
Just bees should do more of that. If I get stung by a bee every now and then, okay.
I don't want
I'll take a bee sting every couple of years over a mosquito bite every time I go outside. That seems fair.
And they always attack. I don't know what it is. I must have the juiciest ankles in the world, according to mosquitoes. Because that's
bigger
what
ankles.
I could have from knee down exposed.
More surface area.
They're only going to go for the ankles. I'll get like one on the back of my calf, and then it's just my ankles are torched.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but walking the dog, I have a lot of like that wooded area around my place, and it's just
I gotta stay away from the woods.
It's a breeding ground.
Any standing water back there, you're fucking finished.
Oh yeah, there's lots of standing water. Most of the water is standing.
You might have to move, dude.
None of that water's sitting.
You gotta get out of there. You gotta.
I don't want to waste
break
the
your
time.
lease.
I keep watering these places where they stand. I'm like, I don't want to waste your time. I gotta water you. That's how it goes. Lots of bird baths. I have a lot of bird baths near me. Almost
not good.
exclusively bird baths is where I live.
Well, hopefully they're constantly cleaning out the water. But in my experience, I've never seen a bird bath being cleaned.
Yeah.
I think it's just standing water until another rain happens, and then it kind of flushes it out. But
I think on the very beginning days of this podcast, me and Curtis, Godfather of Past Gravy, would call certain conversations bird bath conversations because they never really go anywhere.
that's good.
It's just kind of a pointless reason for us to be here talking about this because it's not going anywhere.
I think every conversation we've ever had has been a bird bath.
It might have been a bird bath conversation, but maybe not. Maybe not. The zoo animals one was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess you can't say they all don't go in.
They're
They
not
go
all bird
somewhere.
baths.
It's somewhere we didn't need to go.
Yeah. I've never really seen a lot of birds bathing in these baths either. Probably because they're so dirty.
I've really only seen them on the edge, honestly. If anything, they're waiting. They're not even
Drinking
bathing.
out of it, which is gross.
Yeah,
Usually-
birds are gross.
Your birds are gross. So they have the flu.
They poop on everything.
Yeah.
I had fucking a big old thing of bird poop on my side window the other day. Then thankfully it rained. Wiped it off. Again.
That bird knew what was going on.
Dude,
He's like, I marked that.
they are fucking tanking my car when I'm at work. They're assholes.
But fuck mosquitoes, all right? Fuck mosquitoes. Also, Comeback Kid this week is America. Because we're officially God's favorite country. We have a pope now.
USA.
It feels like that was way longer than a week ago, but yeah,
It does.
I guess it happened Thursday last week.
Obviously, everyone at the Vatican, because you can't say everyone there was Catholic.
I call it Vat City.
Vat City. They're pumped because, new Pope and everything. They're excited. They're happy. All those Italians were sitting there like, did it have to be an American?
Motherfucker.
Really?
Motherfucking Americans.
There was people around the world like, fucking America. They
all
would
the
shut
dudes
up
in
now.
Jersey that were like, gabagoo,
Oh!
hey, ho. What do you say? What do you know?
The first thing I said was, don't let us win the World Cup.
Oh, but now we got God on our side too,
Bro, you want to see Americans get real big fucking egos?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even Catholic. I don't give a fuck about the Pope. Also, like, people that go to the draft are nerds, but like the people that stood around the Vatican waiting for smoke to come out of a chimney and then cheered like they knew who the Pope was when they still didn't know who the Pope was, like those people were nerds, right?
For sure. And well, I was gonna say if the Cubs make it to the postseason, he should throw out a first pitch, but it is established he's a White Sox.
He's a White
I think
Sox
either
fan.
way, the Pope needs to throw out a first pitch in the World Series now. Like, we know he's a baseball fan.
Yeah, and
He's
the White
got
Sox
time.
aren't going to be in the World Series, so it's not going to be a conflict of interest.
At some point, he's gonna have to schedule an America trip anyway.
Yeah,
The Pope historically doesn't come very often, but I feel like if it's your country, you're required to go back.
you got to go.
I think a Pope first pitch would be dope.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just tight to be like, oh, you guys shit on America all the time, but guess what? They gave us the Pope, so really, who's God's favorite? Us, clearly.
It is very funny when you think about it, too, that the first Pope that's American is from fucking Southside Chicago.
Chi-town.
Like, there is a non-zero chance our Pope has drank Malort before, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Can popes drink?
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Isn't it like,
Dude, priests love drinking.
isn't it like forbidden?
No,
to do a
that's
lot of those
Mormons.
things?
Catholics love drinking.
I guess
Dude,
they do drink wine. at
fucking
church,
wine
yeah.
all the time, dude. And you're trying to tell me all those Irish priests aren't just getting
A man of the
liquored
cloth,
up on
though?
fucking whiskey? Dude, yeah, priests can drink like a son of a
You
bitch.
can't
They
be
can't
fucking,
get
so-
married. They can't fuck.
Yeah.
You better be able to drink.
But yeah, shout out to America. We're back, baby. We're back. We got a Pope.
Fucking number one again.
I mean, always have been, but
That's
now even more dominant lead.
We are number one again, as in still.
We took a 3-0 series lead on the rest of the world right now with the Pope. They were like, fuck, and they got a Pope? God damn it. We can't match that size.
Max Verstappen, you better watch yourself. I'm sure Americans are going to win all the F1 this
Oh,
year.
buddy, you done. You done.
What English soccer team has an American? Who does Pulisic play for? Is that Chelsea?
He plays for AC Milan now.
AC Milan going to win league. I
They're
don't know
gonna
what
win
league they're in, but they're going to win it.
Serie A.
Serie A.
I don't think they did. I think Inter won that.
Well, the next one, dude.
Oh, next one. Yeah, definitely.
Wait, is their league going on right now?
It's about to be wrapped up. I think they already are.
Well, the next one.
And enters in the Champions League final, too.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
America.
It's fine.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. All right. Next comeback is Aura, because Jackson Dart has Aura. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Aura?
Try again.
Aura.
That's not the word.
Aura.
Aura.
It's how's it spelled?
A-U-R-A. I
Aura.
don't know if you know this. In the English language, a lot of time we make things sound the way they do not look.
I'm in the Aura era of my life right now, and if you don't want to water the Aura, then don't even worry about it. Don't even bother wasting
Aura.
my time.
I can
Aura.
deal with you saying Houston. Okay.
Aura.
Or huge.
Aura would be O-R-A.
No.
Aura. Jackson Dart has all the Aura, and I don't know if you saw that he picked
You know
number
what? You're right. I
6.
think he does have aura.
he picked,
He's got so much aura, and I'm sure that's going to work out better for him as the quarterback of the New York Giants than it has for the last 7 years.
I'm on my Auras tour right now. And he picked number 6. I was a little skeptical of 6. I was like, I don't know why you would 6. I can't think of another Giants quarterback that's been 6. And then I saw him out there wearing the jersey, and I was like, 6 fucks, dude.
6 is a good QB.
6
number.
is my favorite number, but like 6 fucks. He was just slinging
not
that
10?
ball. I mean, it's my favorite Giants player's number, but
It's regular
6
number 6.
is my favorite number, personally. And it rocks.
I don't know. There's never been anybody in the city of New York wearing 6 that's been any good before. Come on, you know the Yankee.
Yogi Berra?
Was it? I thought it was Mickey was 6.
Mickey. No, he was 8.
All right. Whatever. Oh, you know all the Yankees numbers
7.
through like 9 are all fucking retired anyway. So there's some Hall of Famers that were 6.
1 through 10.
Is it Roger?
Well, yeah, I know.
This is fun when we're close but not right. Let's Google
Oh,
the
it's Yogi.
conversation that we're having.
It's Joe Torre and Mickey Mantle, yeah. All right, nailed it. I thought
I
Mickey was
fucking nailed
7.
it.
That Mickey was 7. Good call.
The Mick. Which that nickname would have been so much funnier if he was Irish. Wait, fucking was he? His name was Mickey. He probably was Irish. I don't know. We don't need to
I'm not
Google
going to
that.
look it up. Yeah. We're already doing the Google thing too much. But Jackson Dart, he's got all the swag. He looks like he's commanding.
You sure it's not
the
pronounced
room.
swag?
Swagay. But he's commanding the room. Just looks like he's vibing. Brian Dable likes him. I've convinced myself that he is it. I was sus going into the draft.
Big arm.
Big arm.
Here's the thing. It's just
Huge arm.
I hope he's good too because I don't want to have the take that he sucks because his mom spelled his name like a dickhead.
Sounds like a lacrosse player, but his last name.
Jaxon.
His last name being
Is it Jaxson?
Jaxson.
Which is even worse than Jaxon.
Probably sounds like he went to a private school.
Jackson.
Also, seems like he went to Ole Miss.
Seems like he had a white mom, is what it is.
Well, he is white, so yeah.
Like if it's a name that's spelled weird and there's an X in it, white mom. White moms love putting X's where they don't go. White moms love X's.
But Jackson Dart is back. He wears a little skull cap. I kind of think that looks cool.
I don't like the skull cap on quarterbacks.
He pulls it off. Pulls it off, though.
I don't like it.
It's just like he seems like the exact opposite of Daniel Jones, and I like that because Daniel Jones wasn't good. Jackson Dart, opposite of Daniel Jones, good. That's your aura.
Yeah, Daniel Jones did look like he was nervous. He was being about to be caught for a crime at all times, and Jackson Dart just looks cool, chill.
Yeah. So he's going to be, obviously, the quarterback of the future is going to be great. So aura's back.
I'm excited for you, buddy.
He's the definition of aura. When you look it up, it's Jackson Dart.
You've got exactly what you want. You've got a cool guy at quarterback.
Yep.
And an absolute maniac on defense.
Yep.
That's the exact combo that you want as a football
And
team.
even though we have the hardest schedule in the league, and like we start like 4 of our first 7 games are against either like Super Bowl competitors or Super Bowl teams or the team that was in the NFC Championship, we're fine. We're gonna be fine.
Eagles are going to have a crash back year. You got them.
Maybe Commanders will too. Cowboys are gonna just keep crashing.
Cowboys are going to cowboy.
They crash out. I mean, you can't. What are they gonna do when Abdul Carter's just sacking everybody?
They're going to be in a position to win the division, but they're going to have 2 or 3 losses to horrible teams that they shouldn't lose to during the year. And it's going to keep them in like a wild card, and then they're going to lose in the first round because Dak Prescott.
What I'm saying is just there's no way this Giants having the toughest schedule in the league could go wrong. Just with Jackson Dart, they're probably not going to play for the majority of the season at least. No way it goes wrong. Only positive upside, and that's the aura that we need. Where it's like it seems like it should be bad, but I watched him throw against nobody, and if you got this Malik Neighbors guy there. If you get near him,
if you don't put a defense on the field and he's not wearing pads,
I'm gonna say he's one of the best
really
quarterbacks in the league without a defense to go against.
He's definitely one of the best quarterbacks in New York.
Yeah,
city.
Yeah, top,
not state.
Top 2, not 2. I would say.
I don't know about that yet.
I mean, look at aura-wise.
You think he's already better than Jameis Winston? That's pretty fucked up.
Jameis Winston,
especially if you're talking aura. Jameis Winston is all
so
aura.
You're right.
He is. He's just aura.
See, but like that's great for the Giants.
That's
like,
what's funny.
Aura overload.
Your starting quarterback has 0 aura. He's the corniest motherfucker on the planet. Your backup has all the aura, but can't be trusted to keep the ball on offense. And then you've got your young guy.
And then we got Tommy DeVito, who has a ton of aura.
No, he's got chicken cutlets.
And aura, which is Italian aura.
That's true. He does have aura.
I'll
never forget him for beating the Packers.
But yeah, so Giants so back. No way this season goes poorly for them. So in on it. It's going to be fine. I'll be like, aura, though. Jackson Dart.
It's gonna be fine,
and he's not gonna play the most of the season. So I'll be like, well, when Jackson's our full-time guy, obviously he's gonna be great.
I will say this: I'm gonna be super fucking mad if like week 2 or week 3, Russell's like slightly dinged up and has to like sit out, and you guys just go straight to Jackson Dart and don't even let Jameis play.
Yeah,
let the kid sit, let him learn.
He's gonna learn,
and let Jameis go out there and just be an absolute madman,
just like Pat Mahomes did under his first season, where his quarterback's coach Mike Kafka, offensive coordinator for the Giants. Patrick Mahomes also has a brother. What's his name?
Jackson?
Huh.
Spelled regular, though.
But our quarterback's name is Jackson. What if he's like a Mahomes, though?
Also, we don't like the other Jackson.
Yeah, but now we have the good version of Jackson.
All right.
Spin zone. That's how you got to live in your head, buddy.
It's going to be fine.
It's got to be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
No way it goes south. No way.
None.
It's going to be great.
You got any international games?
No. I mean, it depends on what schedule you're looking at. Because we're getting into it. Schedules are also back. The NFL schedule releases today. A lot of them have been leaked. And then what I have always known the last 3-4 years is you can just leak a schedule by typing out. Like, you can look up everybody's away and home opponents, and then you just throw them together however you feel like it. You throw a couple of Thursday night games, throw a couple Monday night games in there, and then people will just run with it. Like I got a couple of podcasts. There were like Commanders podcasts and Bears podcasts that reposted my post, and then they ended up unreposting my post when they realized that like Bishop Sycamore is not really going to play the Giants week 15. But other than that, like you get people just arguing about like, oh yeah, well this is a win, this is a loss, this is a win, this is a loss. You looking for the Packers league?
Yeah, I don't like that right away. Packers go Lions. I do like home against the Lions Sunday night football.
Confirmed one, or is it just leaked?
Game. That one's confirmed, unofficial. But then having to go Sunday night football against the Lions, and then Thursday night football Commanders. Trying to fuck us.
But if it's week 2, you got Commanders.
That one's unofficial though.
But week 2, if you got Commanders, if you think about it, the Commanders are going to be banged up because they're coming off of having to play the Giants and Abdul Carter, who's going to be just fucking them up. So they're going to be beat up going against you guys week 2. So we probably just tenderized them for you. Like, here.
Could be, but if it holds to last year, the Lions tend to beat up on people too, and we'll be very, especially, and it's a short week. Granted, it's early in the year, so if you got to have a short week, it's good to have it week 2.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a heart game. I'm gonna call that out as the official early season heart game of the year.
You know where you feel love?
In your heart.
You know who your quarterback is?
Jordan Love.
Interesting.
See what you did there?
Interesting.
Got away with words there, sir.
See? The signs. It all makes sense. It's all making sense. See, you can twist anything however you want and just make it. This is the beauty of the schedule release. It's goofy that we're giving a shit about the schedule release because we already knew who we were playing, but now we just know when.
I watched like 3 minutes of NFL Network this morning. And just looking up and seeing a football flying through the air, I was like, oh, I can't fucking wait for football season.
Let's go, it's here.
I was so excited.
Let's go. But yeah, pretty stoked about it. And then the Texans troll job I did, they played the Titans 3 times. And then they played Miami, in parentheses, Ohio. So Miami, Ohio. And people are like, this idiot has the Dolphins. They haven't played the Dolphins in Ohio. Why would they do this? Like, no, they have been playing the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, you fucking loser.
This idiot doesn't know how to read.
Somebody clearly is not to be trusted reading my schedule leaks.
You can't help it with dumb people online, man.
And my job is to cater to those people.
Target them, however you want to say it.
Here you go. Look, retweet this.
Here you go, dumb, take it and fucking go.
Holy shit, guys. Did you see they played the Titans 3 times? There's so many primetime games. Yeah, I made them up, but okay.
Wait a minute. They have to play the Chiefs, but Josh Allen's going to be the starting quarterback for that game?
How do they even know that?
That's so fucking dumb. Sorry, I got a work text.
All right. So schedules are back. And then what did you have as our last comeback?
I had...
HBO?
Yeah, HBO is... Max. Not HBO.
It was Max.
Max. It was HBO.
Well, originally.
Then it was HBO, or it was HBO Max is what they called it. And
it was
then,
HBO. Then it was HBO Max.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the streaming service was HBO Max.
Okay.
And then they decided, you know what? Somebody over there probably watched The Social Network and we're just going to make it Max. It's cleaner. They announced today they're changing their name to HBO Max.
So what they did there is they tried to do like a Twitter X situation where they're like, everybody's going to definitely start calling it the right name. And then people were still like, we're just going to call it Twitter or tweets and all of this. And they're like, we're not going to change it. And HBO was just like, what if we just put HBO back in? It looks like people want that.
Yeah, their naming schemes over the years have just been really confusing. They had HBO Now, and it had HBO
Because
Go.
you had three different apps.
That's what
at
it was. It
one
was
point.
HBO Go. I remember
HBO
that.
Go.
And that's where you
HBO
could take it
Now.
on the go with you. Because if you want to stream on your iPad, you just call it HBO, and I will
wasn't-
download the HBO app. It is not that hard.
Because didn't there used to be a channel Max? Like that was like an HBO style channel, and it was called Max. And I think they like acquired the rights to it, and that's when they're like, okay, well, we're going to name our streaming HBO Max, kind of like as a combo, but also like Max sounds cool. And then they went with it, and now they're going back. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Turns out HBO was the brand name that we should probably be sticking with.
It stands for home box office, and like people don't really go to the box office. Who fucking cares, man?
And also, and I saw reports.
We don't own a lot of nets, and we still watch Netflix.
The report I saw that explained this all, and by report I mean one tweet, was a guy saying he's got a friend at HBO, so this is already like 4 degrees of separation.
Yeah, perfect.
And apparently it was just one high level HBO exec that was like, "This we're going to do this name change. We're just going to call it Max," and everyone else was like, "Don't."
Was the guy's name Max?
Oh, that'd be fucking
It probably
sick if
was.
it was. But yeah, apparently it was just one dude high up on a power trip that wanted to change the name. And
Well, because every time you watch stuff, like I've been watching Righteous Gemstones, and it's just it still shows the HBO like TV thing. Like that's like that's kind of what it's got, and
it's iconic. HBO is fucking iconic.
you just
Nobody
don't need
gives
to
a shit
change.
what
You
Max
just don't
is.
need to change it.
And by the way, nobody watches regular TV anymore, so your streaming service can just be called HBO.
And like, didn't Showtime was like Showtime anytime. It's like you could just call it Showtime. Like the Showtime app, I will go to the Showtime app. I don't need that. You don't need to make it. You're overthinking all.
I
of
thought that
this.
was just like a tagline. Was that the actual name of it?
I thought it was Showtime anytime was the app. Maybe it just said that on the app.
I think that was just like a tagline for it.
But I don't know if whatever the words are on the fucking icon is what I'm going to think you're trying to call it. I'm going to call it HBO. So when I would go to Max, like there were so many times I'm like, fuck. Oh, it's Max. I was like, where's the HBO? Oh, it's the purple one.
when are these companies going to learn? We don't need rebranding.
You don't need to rebrand it.
Remember when Jaguar changed theirs and everyone goes, "That's the worst fucking logo I've ever seen in my head." These high level execs need to learn. People don't like change.
Just pay your fucking employees and stop investing in more fucking research for how to make like a rebrand happen.
You know what we could do? We could pay a company $500,000
probably more
to
than
do
that.
a little logo No, this is just for the logo, plus an extra $1.5 million in rebranding knowledge and putting ads out there. Like, okay, sir, how about we just spend $2 million and give bonuses to the employees so that they're fucking happy?
Some exec sitting in a boardroom is like, well, we could.
I have to justify my salary.
We could give out the $500 million we have, or what if we kept that money and then we spent a lot of it on rebranding this company that already is a very recognizable brand? And they're like, why wouldn't we just? No.
Hey, what did you do this year? Oh, I rebranded our company.
See?
It cost us $4 million, but it's sleek now.
See?
I'll take my $8 million bonus now. Like, no, you didn't do shit. All you did was make a change that's going to cost more money to change down the line.
Yeah.
I hope whoever's idea it was got fired. Stop changing things. We don't need change.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. I didn't even know they had rebranded it. And that was one of those things. It's like X and Twitter. Like, we try and say it so they push our shit out more, but like in privacy, we call it fucking Twitter. Don't we? Like, Twitter
Every
really
single
fucking
time.
does.
There was a time for change. And you know when that was?
But like, yeah,
2008.
try it out. Let it, like, obviously, buddy, it's not working out. Everybody's still calling it Twitter.
I'm happy it's going back. Twitter needs to be next.
Just
like
go
Elon,
back, dude. Just go back to Twitter.
It's not going to.
It's not.
He's got too big of an ego. He will never go back to Twitter
But no one's going to call it X.
because then he's just like, well, then
Regularly.
libs are going to dunk on me online about being wrong.
Also, sometimes you can just say, like, hey, man, hand up. Daniel Jones, I was wrong about that. I was right about it by saying we shouldn't take him, but I was wrong to, like, go all in on him, but I didn't know what else I was supposed to do.
You were just being a fan. And you know what? You are a bigger man than
I
Elon
was-
and most CEOs.
I was wrong about the Daniel Jones is going to work out thing, and I did say that for, like, 6 years. I felt like I had to, but I did say that.
I mean, people
I
are
was
wrong
to
every
say
day,
that. I
buddy.
shouldn't have said. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I know when you were wrong.
I'm proud of you for
You can-
admitting that.
That's how I can grow. That's why Jackson Dart's going to absolutely work out because I've grown. Daniel Jones didn't wear a skull cap.
Yeah,
Dart
fat
does.
coach.
Our coach is kind of getting chubby again. I kind of like that because he's happy. Daniel
He's
Jones
so
was
loud.
making him like unhealthy. He was just not eating. He was like, I don't know how to deal with this quarterback.
That's true.
And now he's like, I'm happy. I'm going to order Chinese food. I love this quarterback that I've got. Now this is going to be great.
Also, I feel like he always does lose weight over the course of the year. He usually comes into training camp.
He's
And
stressed out
the
most of
first
the time.
time you see Dable every year, you're like, oh, he's so fat.
Yeah.
He is like,
Chubby Dable is my
he's
favorite.
round.
Dable.
He is a circle, especially once he puts on a big winter coat.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, that's.
Or the
Because like
hoodies.
Mike McCarthy's way fatter than him.
Yeah,
But Mike
absolutely.
McCarthy also looks like he's about 8 inches taller. Dable just looks like a circle, and I love it.
Yeah, he's just a fun looking guy.
So
but yeah,
rebrands.
HBO and rebrands are back. All right, let's move on to my. I'm very scared for our next part. It's the mock draft, the pressure cooker mock draft, where we still do not know what we are going to be drafting. Last week, our mock draft of summer, Pat had 53% of the vote. I had 41% of the vote. Robert had 6% of the vote. Robert has already wrapped up mock draft season. He has 5, but because our punishment was for last place, there are 2 people in last place, and that is me and Pat. Robert, what are we doing mock draft? First off, are we doing a coin toss on where we draft, or do we go in reverse order of last week's finish?
I was thinking about it. I think you get first. We just hold the way we've
All
been
right,
doing it.
I want to
whoever-
make sure before we know what the topic is that we have every
Yeah.
other. So, and it's a snake draft, so it goes boom, boom. You would get 2, then
Yeah.
I get 2, then. All right.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm scared.
We do not know what we are about to draft, and we will not have any prep time. Robert,
All right, I'm pretty sure we haven't done this one yet.
okay.
And I think this one is very wide open and can have like silly answers that people are just gonna have to be like, "Oh yeah, that I picked that over
Fucking
that."
so scared all of a sudden.
Yeah, I've been
I'm
nervous.
fucking terrified right now.
Robert was even like, what are y'all gonna mock draft? I was like, well, I think you need to come up with this topic, and I don't want to know what it is until then, which makes it even more nerve wracking. But like, that seems like the fairest way to do this.
Seriously, like as he was talking, my anxiety fucking spiked.
Loser has to either raise chickens or grab a cop's gun.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's very simple. Mock draft of embarrassing things.
Okay.
Embarrassing things.
Just things that are embarrassing.
Okay.
Very wide open.
Mock draft of
Oh, I've got a
embarrassing
good
things.
first one for me.
Very
I like
wide
this.
open.
Right now, I only have one in my head though, and that's kind of a
Yeah, I
problem.
only have like a handful of them.
Are you googling embarrassing things
No,
right now?
I was typing it out. I'm putting the order, the draft order.
You're up, Skipper.
All right, I'm gonna go with having something stuck in your teeth. When you get having
All
food
right.
stuck in your teeth.
I'm gonna go for my first pick. Farting loud in public. Getting
All
caught
right.
with a fart is always embarrassing. My second pick, I will go. This is good. God, man, no prep time and off the dome is difficult. Oh Jesus. Let's see. This is fucking. I was the one who talked about putting a shot clock on this, and now I'm
Yeah,
instantly.
no, good thing we didn't do that.
Yeah.
You're giving Alex more time.
I still am struggling.
This isn't good that I can't think of a second one of things that. Okay, what's embarrassing? What do I get embarrassed for? This is not good. Bad breath. Bad breath. Boom. That's my second pick.
Okay.
Bad breath. Embarrassing. I feel like all mine are going to be smells.
When Facebook memories pop up.
Oh,
Facebook memories that pop up.
Oh yeah.
So seeing your old Facebook posts.
Especially for you. You went through a lot of. You've gone through a lot of. Let's just call it.
Periods of time.
I was going to say style changes.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
long hair, high school Alex. There was early days, short hair, very radio looking Alex. There was getting choked out by
Yeah.
Tito Alex.
I'm trying to think of another good one. Embarrassing is thinking about what you did the night before when you were drunk.
Oh, anxiety.
Yeah, thinking about what you did when you were drunk. I'm trying to anxiety /
Yeah.
remembering or trying to remember what you.
Okay, so back to 2 for me here now. Oh, drunk text. Drunk text, very embarrassing when you remember.
Oh, yeah, drunk text is good.
Drunk text. And my final one.
Fuck, I don't have any more.
Pressure cooker.
I've got one that I'm thinking about, but like I'm trying to think if I can get a little bit better. And also it's not like it's pretty universal, but not super universal. So I think I might try and save that one for an honorable mention if I can think of something else quickly. My last one. Whatever. I'll go with it. Pooping your pants in public.
Damn it. Damn it.
Because I was like, if I don't take this, Alex probably is.
I was thinking about that.
From what I've heard, pretty embarrassing, isn't it?
It's very embarrassing. Well, I covered it up, but yeah.
All right. One more for you here.
When, crap. Forgetting someone's name, but like when you have to introduce somebody to someone and you don't know their name.
Not knowing a name that you should know.
Not knowing a name you should definitely know.
Yeah. That's.
Forgetting someone's name. Yeah, not knowing a name that you should know.
Yeah.
Not remembering someone's name you should know.
Yeah. Or just writing it on there cleanest way might be not remembering somebody's name. But we can figure out how to type that later. But yeah, that's good. That was a good
What was your last
pressure
one?
cooker.
Pooping yourself, right?
Pooping your pants. Yeah. Which, like I said, it's
God
not
damn it,
it's
I think
not
you're gonna
super universal, but like I feel like everybody's at least sharded and be like, there's something in my underwear right now.
That was a good number 4 pick.
Yeah.
It was a very good value pick.
I thought about going, but I already had the teeth one, so I was like, I can't just be like, I don't know. I felt like they were similar. All right, recapping our mock draft of embarrassing things. I had getting food stuck in your teeth, seeing old Facebook posts, anxiety / thinking about what you did when you were really drunk, and not remembering someone's name that you should. Pat had farting out loud in public, bad breath, drunk texts, and pooping your pants.
Farting. Farting's always funny.
You know, I really thought that, Pat, you could have done like a theme of like fart themes, so like farting yourself in public, a brain fart, pooping yourself, and then it's like some other gas thing.
Dude, see, I don't get embarrassed. I have so many brain farts so often, I don't get embarrassed by it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I tell customers, sorry, I'm an idiot today. Like 2 days ago, I told someone, I was like, I'll be right back with your steak knives. And I turned around and somebody said something to me. And like 3 minutes later, they sent their like 4-year-old daughter over to me, like, can we get some steak? I was like, oh, boy, I'm so sorry. I was like, sorry, I'm
shit.
so dumb today. And they're like, dude, it's good. We're fine.
Oops.
Do you have any honorable mentions that we might have missed besides that?
It's so wide open. I'm like, tripping in public.
Oh, tripping going up the
yeah.
stairs would have been,
Yeah.
because that is the high school, like that's the most embarrassing thing you can do in high school.
That is pretty embarrassing.
Going up because then also like especially the way ours was situated. I don't know about where you went, but like where you were going up the stairs, there's 100 people right there at all
You would see
times.
everybody.
So when somebody
Yeah.
tripped, everyone would go yeah and clap for him. Tripping in public is a good one.
Like it's specific, but like dropping some, like if you were like a waiter or whatever, when they drop all that
Yeah.
stuff and everybody claps, you're like, fuck, shut the fuck up, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
Like
going
breaking
in for a
glass.
kiss and they swerve you, that would be a good
Ooh,
one.
getting denied. Oh, fuck yeah. Telling someone you like them and then not reciprocating.
Going for the high five and they turn away right then and don't see you, so you're just like, I'm gonna put that right back in my pocket.
all of these are better than the ones that I picked. Waving at someone you think is waving at you, but they're not waving at you at all.
Getting
hey,
caught.
I don't really know that guy. What's up? You waving it? I don't even know you. You're right.
Oh, another good one would have been getting caught picking your nose.
Getting caught picking your nose.
Or
would be
just getting
good.
caught staring at someone in public. Like you're not even thinking about it. You're spaced out, but you're looking right at them. And all of a sudden you realize they've turned and are looking back at you. And you're like, oh, whoa. What's that in the sky? Is that a bird?
Getting caught jerking off.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one that
Why did we
missed.
not take that? See, that's gonna
Pressure
be like
cooker. It's the
when we,
pressure cooker,
when, we,
dude.
when we post this, people are gonna be like, how did you fucking not have that? Because we didn't have time. We didn't have time to come up with a list. Usually we have a list and we're like, all right, that one got taken, that one got taken. Like I always try and come up with at least 12 because then you're like, I'm gonna get one of them. I'm gonna get at least 4 of these. You know, nobody can pick more than that. And then we didn't have that, but I thought that was the fairest way to do it. Fuck.
I'll never forget my mom saying, or just hearing the words from my mom's voice behind me, I thought you didn't do that when I was jerking off at the family computer in high school.
Oof.
at like 2:00 in the morning.
Mom, what did you think I was doing at
Like,
3
Mom, you could have just walked away and we didn't have to have this
You didn't have to have a conversation
interaction.
with me.
She was probably slightly drunk. It was like, yeah.
Also embarrassing, but I don't know
fuck with him.
if it's worth it when you don't have enough money in an account and you have a card declined.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you're confident enough to be like, no, try it again. It might have been a bad swipe. And like, nope. Nope. That was the third time. Still didn't go through. That's bad.
Another random one that I was thinking about, like a topic, colors. Just colors.
That's what I was kind of
Those
thinking
colors.
he was going to do. Like, I thought there was a legitimate chance you were going to come in and go, numbers, go. Just pick a fucking number.
I did have mock draft of 4s written down as well.
Or like pick a letter. Just like something that's the most ridiculous. There is
Yeah.
no real,
Yeah.
even real way to rank it. It's just when people look at it, they go, I guess I like those 4 letters more than those.
All right. I'll put the graphic up at 3:00 on Thursday, the 15th, and it'll go until 5:00 on Friday, the 16th.
I'm scared of how confident I feel in that.
I am just I feel like
Farting in public.
failed under the pressure. I'm hoping that getting food stuck in your teeth is a big enough one because there's nothing worse than when you have food stuck in your teeth. And
I didn't want to
someone's
say it right then, but that's not. I'd be like, oh, okay, thanks.
when you've been talking for a long time.
You got spinach in your teeth. Oh shit! How did I not feel that? All right, I ate it. That's more embarrassing for me is the fact that I'm the guy that if somebody points out I have food in my teeth, I'm then going to eat the food.
Yeah.
Could have been in there for an hour. I don't know. That's fucking gross. Gonna do it anyway.
All right. Well, that's our mock draft pressure cooker right there. Somebody's gonna have to do a punishment. Fuck. All right. Moving on. Let's get to, this is fitting. Not cool. Let's get to the not cool segment and tell you what's not cool. Sometimes, like our not cools can be really shitty things that happen. Like if you have to grab a cop's gun because you lost a mock draft season. Not cool could also be if you have a hangnail. It's as simple as that. So what we want you to do is hit us up on X at PassGradePod. Use the hashtag PTGNotCool and give us some of your not cools that happen throughout the week. We're going to pick and choose some of you guys and gals not cools and share them with the group. And then we are going to give you ours. It's a good little venting session. And we may not use everybody's, but Josh Tree actually had a good one that I will use next week because he had an answers question I used. I didn't want to double down on any of that. But if we haven't gotten to yours this week, that doesn't mean we're not going to get to it. You can keep sending them. Just when you got a thing to vent about, at PassGradePod, hashtag PTGNotCool. That's how we search for them. That's the only way to submit them to us. Don't forget, if you are listening to us, you can watch every episode of Pass the Gravy on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com and search Pass the Gravy Podcast. Make sure you hit subscribe and like all of the videos. Comment on this week's video with your most embarrassing things, just the embarrassing stuff. Just list off a bunch of embarrassing things and spam those comments. Help us get some traction on YouTube. Share us with a friend and make sure if you're watching us on YouTube, also hit play on the audio version. It helps us get clicks on both. But don't forget to share us with a friend. That means the most. But youtube.com/PassGradePodcast. Just search Pass Grade Podcast on YouTube. This is the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I am not feeling great right now.
I try to keep it as fair as possible. I didn't
No,
think-
that wasn't anything on you. That was just like
I'm gonna be honest.
not having any prep.
I don't feel like it would be as good for the show. Next year, do we do all of them that way? It's just me versus you and Robert gives us a topic, and we have to last second. Like I said, it might not be good because without planning,
Because this
some of the
is the
answers aren't as
pressure
good.
cooker. You can only have one pressure
But-
cooker every so often. If they're all pressure cookers, it's not as special. And then we're gonna get good at coming up with stuff on the top of our
Well,
head.
that would be good. But also, I think it might be good for interaction when people are like, how did you miss X? And we're like, well, because we're idiots and it was under
You
the
still
gun.
get that. We still get that too.
We still do that even when we have time. That's true. Maybe next year it's just every once in a while we have one that doesn't count. Robert just shows up and says, hey, guys, I have a mock draft for you this week.
I don't want that ever again.
I do.
I
It's
hate it.
exciting.
I
But it's
hate
like,
it
dude,
so
I
much.
can't
My
tell
stomach
you.
hurts right now.
I felt good going in. Like I said it. The second he started talking before he announced what it was, my fucking anxiety spiked so goddamn
Pressure
hard.
cooker, dude. Pressure cooker.
Good thing I pooped before the podcast, or else we'd have to stop and I'd have to poop right now.
Yeah, pressure cooker, man. All right. Our first mock draft.
Nope.
Nope. Our first not cool.
There you
Excuse
go.
me. We already played the intro, right? I'm sorry, I blacked out.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sweaty. I don't know. All right.
He's like, fuck, I got a second kid on the way. I can't be going to grab guns.
Yeah, but
I don't have time for chickens.
Can't, my kids. I'm gonna be in jail while watching my kids grow up. And just come for visitation. Fuck. All right. Our first not cool is a series when it's Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer mix, and she says losing our dog Ada is her not cool, and she says it was so unexpected. I actually was I was doing a work gig, and Ashley and her husband Sergio were there, and got the news, and just like my heart, I'm so sorry, guys. I love you guys. Ada just was so lucky to have y'all in her life.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know her personally. I know her from the
Pictures.
silly not cools you'd post about
Girl
her,
puppers.
and just she may have, sometimes she pooped in the house, and sometimes she threw up in the house, but she was still a good girl, still a very good girl, and I'm really sorry. I know that losing a pet is one of the hardest things to go through, but
Especially when it's unexpected.
especially when it's unexpected.
At least when they're older, you kind of know you can mentally get yourself ready to just one day not have your buddy there sucks.
I mean, that's my boxer kind of went that way. They were like, yeah, she's probably got about a week. And just like the realization of that was a week still, not just super like immediate or anything like that. But I feel for you guys. We love you guys. Gravy Gang's got your back, and don't feel bad about reaching out if you need any help out there. I know y'all got each other. I know y'all got the kid and everything like that. But we love you guys, and I'm so sorry that happened.
At least she doesn't have to suffer at all.
She doesn't have to suffer. Yeah.
T's and P's. We love you guys.
There's no like easy transition from that. Our next not cool is Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on X, and he says his not cool is everyone in my house has strep throat, and I'm just praying that I'm not next. That is a terrifying move. Robert has famously, I feel like, talked about that before. Where like him and Sam sleep in other sides of the house. You're like, Sam's sick. I don't want to get sick. We're doing this thing. That was when y'all went on that vacation, right? You went on the cruise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were like, no, you in the other room, me in here. I'm doing that. I'm kind of that way too. My wife isn't as much that way, which makes me feel like an asshole. I'm like, I love you so much, and I would love to bring all of these things to you, but I'm going to sleep right here, not in the bed with you until we get over this. Just like not being sick, but knowing everyone else is sick, and you're very likely going to get whatever it is because you're in the household. That is almost worse than like when you actually are sick.
Because I
You're
looked
just
it up.
waiting it out. It adds the anxiety to it.
I wasn't sure exactly how it gets transmitted, and I looked it up. It's exactly what I thought.
Airborne.
Respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes can also just be like utensils, share food, drinks, shit like
Doorknobs.
that. So it's like, basically
part
just
of the
living in
house.
close proximity of people will give you strep if they have strep. And everybody in your house, dude, you gotta get a tent
Dude, T's
and
P's,
go
brother.
sleep in the backyard.
Yeah, buy a lot of orange juice. That's always my go-to. Buy orange juice and zinc.
Orange juice and whiskey. Have it ready because hey,
just
if you
little
get
zinc
strep before you stock up on booze, and everybody in your house has strep and nobody can get you booze, you're gonna make sure
That's
you want to
bad.
have some
Yep.
whiskey in the house.
Yep.
That'll get you through it.
Yep.
Maybe a little honey whiskey, coat the throat, or you know what,
Little
hot
throat coat
toddies.
tea.
This is an excuse to just start drinking hot toddies the
In
second
the
you get
middle
home
of the
every
day.
day.
Yeah.
So look on the bright side on that one, but
Dude,
yeah, you're probably gonna get
that's
sick,
scary.
but that sucks
It's a
ass.
scary spot to be in, buddy. T's and P's, brother. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I was an hour and a half late to work yesterday.
Ooh.
Why? So I had to work Saturday, so I took
Okay.
Friday off. Turned off all my alarms, forgot to turn them back on.
Yep.
I had
Yep. That's what you got. See, I have the backup alarm situation going.
I have them too, but I turned them off
Yeah.
because I didn't have to work and I didn't want to be woken up at 8:00 in the morning.
I'm fast enough to where like I know that my first backup alarm, it'll go off, and I usually hit stop on that, but it'll go off like 2 or 3 other times. I'm just like, whatever, go fast, and then like eventually it just stops because after you hit it 3 times, it doesn't go off again.
Oh, mine will keep going. Thank God, because I've been known to hit snooze for an hour straight before.
But also like before I leave work, I have a thing that I have a time or a reminder that's always like set alarms for tomorrow. And so I'll be like, all right, like every Pass the Grade post I have to schedule the alarms, and then I set my phone.
How does
alarm.
Emma just sleep through your fucking 3 a.m. alarms?
It's 15 years.
You know what you should do? Get those you always see the ad side sleepers love this. It's just headphones. That's like it's a headband that
I've
goes around
seen
your
that.
eyes.
But like, yeah, I have.
What if you did that and like one day she was like, I didn't even hear your alarm go off. Well, funny enough, honey.
330, 340, 345, 50, 55, 56, 57, 405,
That's smart.
408, 410, 415, 418, 420, 425, 427, 430, 435, 437, 440, 445, 447, 450, 55, 58, 5, 505, and 510, and then 515. That's
So
the
like
last
even
one.
if you miss all of them except for the last one, you can still get to work in time.
But also, my big process in the morning is like I'm up because it's annoying as fuck when it keeps going off, and so then I have to like turn off every single one individually. And people are like, "Why don't you just set it? Like, how do you not just get up?" Because I don't want to be late for work. I cannot be late for work. I can't not do that.
I do this probably once a year. Like once a year, I'll have a forgot to turn alarms on moment. And normally it wouldn't be that bad. I would have been like normally 30 minutes late to work because my sister will be going to work and she'll see my car and go, "Hey,
What's
wake
up?
the fuck up."
Yeah.
Today or that day, it was just she was the late. She's closing lunch, so she'll be the last one there. So she goes in late. Her boyfriend saw my car was there, but kept telling his son to be quiet and not wake me up because he thought I didn't work that day. So my sister was like in the kitchen making breakfast, just had no idea I was still, which it actually ended up working out well for me because all night I didn't fall asleep until 5 o'clock the night before. And I went to bed at like 2-ish, like I normally do. And I just sat there and every so often just watching the clock, just tick, 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 tick. And I'm sitting there watching going, I'm going to have fucking 2.5 hours of sleep going into work. This is going to suck. I got 5. So I felt well rested when I woke up and that was pretty good. But yeah, I had missed calls from the kitchen staff, from my boss. Eventually that's what happened is he texted my sister, was like, "Do you know where your brother is?" That's when she was like, "Hey, dude, you're late as fuck." I hopped out of bed, didn't have time. I grabbed my toothbrush and brought it with me to work. I was like, I don't even have time to brush my fucking teeth right now. Flying around. It was just such a shitty
That's
feeling.
a scary feeling.
I show up, everyone's laughing at me, especially because we just like very recently got on everybody because servers have been like consistently showing up
Now
late
you
all the
can't,
time.
like,
So we
yell
had
at
to.
him for like 2 weeks.
I wrote up like 5 people last week for being late. It was like, not going to write myself up.
I could have to, but you should just tell him you did.
I believe one of them was like, write up. And I was like, no, we're going to give this one a verbal warning.
Yeah, it's a once in a while thing.
But yeah, just waking up. I woke up an hour after I was already supposed to be at work. It's not a good feeling.
That's a very bad feeling.
Very bad.
All right, Robert, what you got?
I tweaked something in my calf on Monday because I was like,
It's such a random muscle.
yeah. it's a
Calves are
random
the
muscle.
worst, though. When you have a sore calf,
A cramp I would understand. I've never heard of tweaking your calf.
I've been doing.
Yeah.
You can tweak your calf so easy.
I don't work out.
I was doing some hit workouts the other day, and it was like I hadn't used those like all that high up in my calf that often, and I was like, what the fuck?
How'd you do it?
I was just moving really
Just
quickly
jerking
because
off.
we needed to go somewhere, and I had to get my work done. So I was just like on my computer, and I was about to get up, so I just like moved funny. So it was in the process of me standing up where I felt something. I'm like but I'm like it doesn't hurt too bad. It feels a little tingly, but like I'll be fine. It got worse throughout the day, like to the point where I was limping. I found out I couldn't go downstairs. Going upstairs was fine, but I couldn't go downstairs. Just like putting that pressure.
You got to turn sideways.
Yeah.
Going sideways when one of your legs or knees or something hurts, that helps. I don't know why, but it does.
You're not using that part.
I guess so, dude. It's just like it's just easier on whatever. Now it depends on which leg it is, which way you turn.
Yeah.
But when I have a bum knee, sometimes I'm like, oh, sideways stairs today.
There's still a little pain today, but it's not nearly as bad as it was on Monday.
Hey, at least you're not Jason Tatum. He moved quickly and tore his Achilles. So
Because calves, a tight calf can cause a strain on your Achilles, which, by the way, Achilles have been like,
You know, I do feel that on my other side because now I'm compensating,
oh, yeah.
and I do feel like my
Yeah.
Achilles is a little sore.
remember last week I
That's-
said I thought I was going to tear mine.
That's one of my biggest like fears is like a broken kneecap or having anything with your kneecap. And then Achilles is probably like right under it.
Achilles is my biggest fear.
My appendix rupturing is also a very scary thought.
Because like I feel like
It's
I
not
can.
like you can't just hang out and sleep through it. You're like, we have got to go to the emergency room now.
Because there's some muscle tears that you could just tough it out and not go to the hospital for. You're just like, well, this is going to hurt for a while, but like it's not going to be a serious detriment. It'll heal over time. Nothing I can. Your Achilles ruptures.
Your foot ain't moving right.
You need surgery.
Yeah.
Your muscle is literally balled up in the back of your calf at that point. It has to be surgically attached. That it's my biggest fear.
That's very scary. Yeah, that's why I don't play pickup basketball. So I'm bad at basketball.
I just have to assume if I tore my Achilles, no insurance, all that, could it cost me $15,000?
Just go to Mexico.
I won't be able to make it to Mexico. It's an emergency.
It's true.
It'll just be one of those things where straight up I'm going to be in there like, guys, I'm never going to pay you.
No, you don't tell them that. You just, in your mind, you're like, you're never going to see it.
No, it's a physician's code. They have to treat me if I need it. But I'm big guys that just, not that I don't want
not
to. I would
gonna
love to give you the money. I ain't got
Just
it.
fill out a bunch of fake stuff. Just lie on all your forms.
I'll start a GoFundMe and it'll straight up be like, guys, honesty, just don't have it.
Yeah.
Anybody want to fucking help with this?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with me. I'm able-bodied. I can do all
Though.
this.
It's a solid, not cool. Solid, not cool.
Did you have Sam give you a calf massage?
Yeah, use the massage gun on
I
that
had the
bad
massage
boy.
gun. Yeah, I had the
Babe.
massage gun.
There you go.
Babe, I need this.
I have the little like spike ball. You just put that bad boy in. It hurts like a motherfucker, but you just roll it on your calf. Doesn't feel great, but it feels better after. Mine not cool is Dallas. Just
The NBA. You're not
well,
cool as the
just
NBA.
Dallas in general.
Collusion.
They rigged the NBA draft lottery so they could get Cooper Flag, which is interesting. They only want a white guy. Kind of racist, if you ask me. So
It's such
they
bullshit.
also
It's so rigged.
rigged the WNBA to get Paige Beckers. That's bullshit too, because the Wings won that. By the way, I have a fantasy draft on tomorrow night. So while I'm at my liquor store gig, I will be doing a
Bet you
fantasy.
$100 Caitlin Clark goes first overall.
I hope not. I got the 6th pick.
Remember, Elena Deladon.
6th pick. She retired, I believe.
Fuck.
So we're gonna see. I might get Asia Wilson. I don't know. But I'm definitely not taking Paige Beckers. I don't draft Dallas players. That's not how it works. But I'm trying to go for my 3-peat. The 19th Amendment's trying to go 3 in a row, man. Never been done in this league, which is 2 years old. 3 going on its 3rd year.
You're like the Comets. You know what you should do?
Basically.
Win 4 in a row and then never do it again. Like, we fold now.
You know what I say about my WNB fantasy team? If you can't water it, don't bother wasting my time. That's what I say, and a lot of people forget to check their lineups like myself. I just remember sometimes to check it.
I mean, this is just another reason I don't like the NBA. It's so obvious. Like every time a major city really needs something in the NBA draft, it just so happens the Knicks win the lottery. Patrick Ewing's going there.
No,
a
it's if
generational
you
guy is
trade a
coming out.
team
The
that-
Cavs get number 1 overall.
If you trade a team to LA, like New Orleans traded Chris Paul to LA and got the 1st overall pick so they could get Anthony Davis.
Well, the league voided that.
Not to the Clippers.
Oh,
So they got
that LA.
Guess who New
You
Orleans?
can't say LA and mean Clippers. Come on.
Guess who New Orleans got? Anthony Davis with the number 1 overall pick. Oh shit! You can't trade so and so. You can't trade so and so over there. Oh well, hey, guess what? They got Zion Williamson. They got Zion Williamson with another one when they traded somebody to LA.
Oh, the Lakers superstar is about to retire, and we need a new face of the league to be in a major one.
Give us Luka.
Yeah, just put Luka there, and don't worry, we'll give you the next guy.
Oh, here you can have Cooper Flag. With
And
the
everyone's
number
like,
1
"Oh,
overall
that should have
pick.
been Miami's if they didn't win the play-in to get in there." They would not have gotten then the Wizards probably would have gotten the number 1 overall
Doesn't
pick.
matter,
The
but
fact that
still,
Dallas had a shot, it was fixed. The NBA is bullshit.
And then San Antonio got 2, so bullshit. That's also bullshit. And then
Weren't they really bad this year?
Yeah, but still bullshit.
Fucking
You can't
cheaters.
have close to the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. That's not fair.
Oh, Pop's gone? Okay, you can have number 2.
Why do they like the lottery? They're like, it's not rigged. It's like, then show us the fucking lottery balls, man. Show us you fucking draw. Like, it's the NBA lottery. Like, well, the balls came out this way. Then show us the fucking balls, man. Just show us the thing. Like, blah, 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 blah,
literally-
blah. And the first pick is so and like
not
that is
even
not
just
hard
that.
to do. Not hard at all to do. You have the balls with the logo on it. Just fucking do that, idiots.
They should be
You don't
required
need to
by
show
law.
us what the drawings were.
Because there's
That
so
can't
much
be
gambling
fixed.
that goes into it, they should be required by law to show every ball going into that machine, then show, like, this is all
And
one
now
unedited stream,
they
then
can
show it come out.
They can in post, but I don't believe any of that. How do I know that you didn't just fix it the way you wanted
That's
to?
what I'm saying. It should be a live
Yeah.
stream. with like the press in the fucking
Yes.
room.
So
This is absolutely fucking bullshit.
Dallas is not cool for that. Then also, I'm scared that the Stars are going to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And I can't have that. It's bad.
They're so fucking good. They're so fucking
And I don't
good.
want Canada to win. But it's kind of like I'm going to have to probably pick between Dallas or Canada. I'm not going to ever pick Dallas. I don't want to pick Canada. I'm a big Canes and or Caps fan. That's really what we're rooting for. Vegas Knights, or as the Canadians call them, Vegas. The Vegas Knights, if they can get it done, let's go them. But I don't know. This is a very scary part of hockey season when teams you don't like are kind of creeping towards the end. You're like, oh no, we can't have you guys win.
But the thing with hockey is you don't have to worry about it until they're one win away from winning it all. Because hockey is just at any moment.
Florida could do it too. What if Florida wins again? Just run it back.
I'd be fine with that. Not Dallas and not
Anybody but Canada.
Toronto.
Anybody but
See,
Dallas.
that's the thing. If it's Canada, if it's Edmonton, I'm okay
I
with
still
it.
don't want it to be anybody.
I get that, but like I'm okay with it if it's Edmonton. I love Connor McDavid.
Look, we
He's
have a pope
amazing.
now in America. We can't give Canada the Stanley Cup back.
I mean,
If there's a god that's our pope guy, like Pope Leo, fucking talk to him, man. Be like, Dallas ain't it.
might have to put a bet on Chicago next year.
Dallas ain't it, dude.
The Blackhawks winning it
I
all.
would never do that.
They got the Pope.
Would never do that.
Well, you know what? Nobody ever said he was a hockey fan, so I guess it
Yeah,
probably
he's
doesn't
clearly
work.
not. He probably hates him. 'Cause it's
I will
a
say-
racist team.
I did find out something new since we're talking about drafts. I found out something about the MLB draft that I was not aware of before. This is a very bad year for the Rockies to be flirting with the worst record in the history of Major League Baseball because apparently baseball has a rule that you can't draft in the top 5 3 years in a row. If you have,
And the Astros did that exact thing.
it wasn't 3 years in a row. Or I think you can do 3 years in a row.
It's
the
Correa,
fourth year,
Bregman,
though-
and Appel, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. It's 3 in a row, but you can do 3. You can't do 4. So this would have been their 4th. So now the earliest they can draft, no matter what, is 10th. Even if they only have 25 wins this year, they don't get the first overall pick.
That seems bad.
Yeah, it sucks. I like that rule though. It's like it's to prevent tanking because like they still have just wherever you finish in
Yeah.
baseball, it's where it is. There's no draft lottery, but it's like, dude, you can't just try and do this every fucking year over and over and over.
But I also
again.
feel like baseball's a pretty good. Like I know you can tank, but it's like I don't know, man. We played 162 games. You kind of know who's bad. You don't need to
Yeah.
have a lottery system.
That's true.
Like in the NFL, if they can not have a lottery system, which I think lottery systems are kind of bullshit. Like get tanking.
Well, they did it
sucks.
because
The
the
NBA
NBA
they still
is
tank,
the tank
and
league.
They still tank though.
Yeah, but then it doesn't guarantee because that's the thing. You're gonna tank in the NBA. You're either really good or you're fucking not. So
Just do what the Rockets
they just
did and
don't give a
draft
shit
really
anymore.
good players no matter what. Remember those fucking idiots in San Antonio when they took Wemby instead of Amin Thompson?
a
Fucking
fucking idiot.
fucking losers.
I
Hey,
love,
where was Wemby in the playoffs this year, huh?
I love saying like,
Amen
listen, all you
made
gotta
it.
do is draft well. People forget Jokic was a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is go out and find a Jokic, which is fun to say. 'Cause it's like,
Şengün,
all you gotta do
not-
is go out there and find the best player in the fucking world.
Yeah, just do that. Duh.
You just gotta draft well, dude.
Yeah, man.
Just be better.
That's what the Rockets do. But yeah, Dallas, fuck you.
Fuck you,
Just wholehearted fuck you, dude.
you bag of dicks.
Yeah, eat it. And I hope Paige Beckers has a terrible season on the Wings. I will not be picking her on my 19th Amendments fantasy team. Somebody had messaged me and was like, "Hey, how do I join your WNBA fantasy league?" And I said, "I don't know because I'm not the commissioner and they don't ever change." So I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's actually a future not cool for me.
I think
It's
it's mad.
our buddy who
We'll have to
always
start
started
another
the
one,
league.
but I've won this one, so I don't want to.
Well, our friend
change
who's always
leagues.
started the league deleted it.
Why? Because he got mad.
Well, no, he got mad last year. He's like, I'm not playing with you guys anymore. You're so
He took
fucking
his ball and
toxic.
went home.
So
You lose all the league history.
so the other day we were talking and somebody was just giving him shit about something. He goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, league's deleted. So good luck for you guys creating it next year." It's like, I mean, you could have screenshotted the fucking rules and sent it over to me, but appreciate you not
You
doing
could
that.
just start it like I.
Yeah, no, I'll just start
mine
another one and I'll figure it out.
Goes back
but-
to like 2005. You can see from like my freshman year.
that's the
in
thing
high
that sucks is we
school,
lose all the stats.
And be like, how many times have you won? It's like, well, Alex has won this league once.
we lose all the
So,
stats for it, except for
that's it.
it's engraved on the trophy. But
That lives. You should have made banners, dude. That's why you
Which-
gotta make banners. Banners fly forever.
another not cool season ended. What, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Still haven't been given my trophy. Tyler,
Ooh, Tyler, that's a bad look. It's a bad look, Tyler.
he still
Clip
has
this, Robert, so we can
it's,
send it to
it's
Tyler.
not just that I haven't got my trophy. He still hasn't put my name on it.
But
4 months later.
Vote for me in the mock draft, Tyler, to get back at Pat, though, for yelling at you. for
Or
calling
you know
out.
what? As penance for not giving me my trophy,
Nope.
you could vote for me.
Nope. You can't do both.
That's 100% true. He cannot do both.
Can't do both. Either vote for me or give him his trophy.
Vote or die, motherfucker.
That's what P. Diddy said. You can't say that.
Fuck, I forgot that was Diddy. Fuck. Sorry.
Hey, will you cut that part out, Robert?
Vote or don't, motherfucker.
That was our thing.
Yeah.
Vote or don't. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I learned 3 weeks late that I can't remember who we were shitting on. He lost the school board thing.
Fuck you,
So
buddy.
see what happens. The power passed the gravy. I'm going to take 100% credit for that election, even though I did not vote in it. I voted, but I could have voted, but I didn't. I literally lived up to our name. Vote
you
or don't.
swung the public vote?
Yeah, I'm a real politician. I'm not some school board bitch.
You're a lobbyist.
I'm a former mayoral candidate, which is a real part of office.
And now you're a lobbyist.
And oh fuck yeah.
What do you lobby for? I don't lobby for anything. I lobby against people that piss me off.
out of spite.
Yeah. You're a spite lobbyist.
Yeah. I love
like
that.
that.
I love that for me.
That's a job I could do.
I love that for me.
Like, what do? I subvert people's campaigns.
There's people that I don't like, and I make sure that stuff happens where they can't win.
Hey, someone's
Don't fucking text me. That's all I need. Don't bother me. Shout out James Cross for winning that. I only know that the guy that won. I don't remember who he went against, but fuck.
Crisscross applesauce. What's
Chris
up?
Cross, those applesauce.
That should be
all
his.
right.
I mean, he was running for school board. That just makes sense.
It would have crushed. Probably did. That's probably what he was running for, and that's why he won. Well, also because the
when
other guy,
when he's up for re-election,
because the other guy,
what do they call it?
away.
We'll stump for him.
also not cool. It kind of turned into a cool is a certain spring football team that I did not speak of and will not speak of right now because they're not paying me on this podcast, has now paid me money to speak for them. Interesting.
Proud of you, buddy.
Interesting. They've won 3 games since removing me.
You should make a video where
And
you're like,
now,
just when I thought I was out.
now
Yep.
you got
Pull
to pay
me
me to
back
talk
in.
about you, huh? Interesting. All right. Let's move on to the answer segment where we give you guys the floor for the Precome segment. We get to ask whatever questions we want. We get to pitch any ideas we want. If you want to ask us relationship advice, parenting advice, medical advice, we're going to be experts on all of those. Give us things to power rank. We will power rank the fuck out of everything better than anyone else. Just 5 similarly related things. We will power rank the fuck out of them. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. Hit us up on X at PassYourAPod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we will first search for them. That is the primary way we search for them. That's your best chance at getting on the pod. And then also, if you would like to email them to us because you don't have an X account, just get an X account. It's easy. Just use it as a one-off, and you can vote in the mock draft as well. But hit us up on our email. It's passyourapod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject, and that's how we will search for those questions. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question comes in from Neil H. And Neil H says, they say that doing things like breaking a mirror, walking under a ladder, and black cats crossing your path are bad luck. But what causes the worst bad luck?
Women. I don't know. Being a Dallas sports fan.
Well,
Dallas-
man, you won the
Dallas Cowboys
draft.
fan. Dallas Cowboys. Oh yeah, you won the draft. You won the offseason. Good job.
The Giants won the offseason, actually, if we're talking football.
Well, we were just talking
That's
basketball.
True. That's true. We were talking basketball.
What causes the most bad luck? Not being born in America.
I would say that
Because being
puts
born in
you-
America is basically like winning the lottery.
That
of
is
birth.
winning the lottery. That's a good one. I think of the ones that were listed, like
Not
breaking-
knocking on wood.
not knocking on wood. Really, what I don't think you're talking about enough though is not forwarding chain emails or like reposting a thing where it's like, if you don't repost this, bad luck.
Stepping on a crack.
That's bad for your mom's back.
You gotta step over them.
I love my mom. I don't
Here's
want
one
anything
Robert
bad to
can get
happen to her.
behind. Pitcher stepping on the foul line.
That's bad luck.
Oh yeah, did you not know that, Robert?
I did know that. I don't care.
Yeah, no.
doesn't care.
Very bad. That's why like you'll see pitchers as they'll take a big step over. You don't want to step on the foul line. It's bad luck. You just don't want to bring that on you while you're on the mound.
All right.
Facing Tarek Skubal. That'll bring you some bad luck.
Bad luck. That's just a thing though that happens to some people.
Being a Yankees fan
No. No.
since 2009.
That's a super specific window
Well,
that you're putting in. Lance McCullers.
being a Red Sox fan pre 2004.
Lance McCullers trying to come back. Bad luck.
Let's see. Let's try and give a real answer. What? Shut up. That was mean.
So you were being mean first.
I bet you fucking sent him one of those threats.
I
didn't
did
you?
not.
Which, by the way, come on, guys. Fuck are we doing?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Also, I
But
was
also,
wondering.
he
I
was
was like,
trying to
were they
deflect.
real or was it just
He was
people
trying
on like Twitter?
He was trying to deflect.
Yeah. No, it was bad start. Bad starts fucking happen.
Happens.
He got shredded. It happens to every fucking pitcher.
Just like his arm does. Like
hey, come
since
on.
he won a World
Rude.
Series.
He's a dog lover.
I'm not saying he's not a good guy. Maybe just don't pitch in the MLB anymore.
What brings the worst luck? Oh, touching one of the U.S. Navy's boats. They'll obliterate your
You
entire
can't do
fucking
that.
timeline.
Oh, I was like,
No, foreign
'cause-
countries. Don't,
okay, yeah.
don't touch our boats. America doesn't play about their boats.
What if like? But I think not forwarding like a chain email or like one of those posts. It's like this picture or a bad month. Like that's bad luck.
What's the word?
They don't talk about those enough.
See, I want to know. I've had pretty good luck. I've kept my lucky coin on me.
Because like
you know what? That's what it is. Not having a lucky item.
that brings
That
you
will
bad
bring
luck.
you bad luck. You gotta have it.
No. Worst. What brings you the worst luck is building stuff on Indian burial grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when that doesn't ever work out positively. Like no one's like, yeah, it's on an Indian burial ground. Nothing bad's ever happened.
Trying to plan a crime and then the mystery machine shows up. That's bad luck.
That's a bad luck move. You think like some criminal like just pulled off? Like he's like, I fucking did it. They're never gonna find out. Fuck.
This fucking stoner and his Great Dane. just
Shaggy and the
foiled my
gang.
plans.
I think Indian burial ground is probably number one for bad luck.
Yeah.
Like you never hear anything positive come out of that.
We fucked them over for their entire existence since we showed up on this continent.
Yeah.
Desecrating their burials. That's the
Don't
final.
do that. It's not
Apparently,
cool.
we're allowed to do everything else to them. Just don't fuck with their burials.
Or name your football team after them. Derogatory terms for them.
Had a good run for a while. Oh, that might be the answer.
Well, really,
Having a dickhead billionaire as your team owner, that will bring you the
you
worst.
think about it, he
luck.
kind of. Do you think FedEx Field was like an Indian
It
burial
was cursed.
ground?
It was 100% cursed.
Yeah. So yeah, that goes into our point.
But
Indian
that was
burial ground
that
is
was
the worst.
that was James Dolan. But Indian burial ground, yeah, that's very bad luck.
Robert, you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Number one.
Yeah,
And don't forget forward those chain emails, all right?
do that too.
Abby Givens writes in. She is at Abby Givens 17, and Abby says, "What is a better invention, locks or keys?"
It depends on what's important to you. If home defense is important to you, locks. If you're a lazy motherfucker that hates the slightest inconvenience of something that takes longer, the key is the best invention of all time. Because like you still need to lock up your house, but you're like, I don't have 3 minutes to pick this lock or wait for somebody to open it from the inside. I'm inside. Like the other day when I had to poop really bad and I got home, if I didn't have a key, that would have been a
True.
problem.
But I think a lock is a more important invention.
Definitely. I was just trying to play devil's
Is a
advocate.
better invention because, like, you can pick a lock for sure, but when you
But it
pick a
takes
lock,
it.
you kind of get rid of the need of a key. And if like you don't need a key, then what does a key do? It just kind of hangs out there. Like a key has one purpose. A lock is like home defense. I can protect it. Yeah, you can break it. You can also break keys. But if a key doesn't need to unlock anything, it's just kind of sitting there.
As someone who works in a restaurant, I can tell you when somebody does not lock the men's bathroom door and they're taking a poop and you open that door and you walk in, it's not a good day for anybody.
No, it's not.
Also, not for locks. How many more times would you have been caught by your mom jerking off?
All the time.
So many times as a child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the lock is
Lock
definitely much more
lock
important.
is a more important invention.
They don't say zip it, key it, put it in your pocket.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
There you go.
They didn't say pop, key, and drop it.
No, they do not.
No one said that.
You gotta lock it up.
They don't have a keysmith. You're a locksmith. You can make keys.
It's not a keyer room. It's a locker room. That's where the boys are.
Yep. It's not key room talk. It's locker room talk where guys can be men. I feel like that was the answer on that
There you
one.
go.
All right. This is from Alex O at Alex McThunder 1, and he says, power rank these dips. He gives us salsa, guacamole, queso, spinach dip, and buffalo chicken dip. Robert.
Yep, I was going to say we are on the same page here. I have to hear what he has to say.
You probably had, I would imagine you have had salsa, queso, and guacamole. Have you ever had buffalo chicken dip?
I have not.
If you ever had spinach dip?
100% no way he is not. No fucking chance.
Nailed that. I know you.
I'm going to go number 1, queso.
All right.
In the case of my number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go... See, I don't know what it is. I'm going to go buffalo chicken dip.
Okay.
Because I think it's like buffalo sauce. Don't know if it is or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like creamy buffalo sauce. It's like buffalo sauce, cream cheese, and chicken all
with
together.
like bits of chicken in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's doing pretty well
That
so
was
far.
not bad.
Number 2, I'm going to go with salsa. Number 3, guacamole. And number 5, spinach dip.
All right. I like that list by
I don't
Robert.
hate that. I don't hate that.
I'll go next. Queso's 1.
Queso's 1.
Queso's king.
Fair.
2. This is where it's at. I'm gonna go salsa 2. I'm a big salsa guy. Green salsa fucking gives me a boner. I love it. 3, buffalo chicken.
Okay.
Buffalo chicken dip is going 3. It is on a whole nother level. Guac 4, spinach dip 5. I almost went spinach dip 4. I love spinach.
Spinach dip is good.
You hear the name of it and you're like, it's fucking spinach. It shouldn't be good. Spinach dip is outstanding.
Yeah.
Saltgrass, spinach, and artichoke dip.
Believe that we don't give any free ads.
Sorry. Pepper field. There we go. That's what we'll call it. It's a pseudonym.
There we go.
It's a Robert Feline.
Robert, I was going to say it's a Robert Field.
I'm not hating on guac. I love guac. The avocado is the most overrated fruit on the planet.
Disagree, but
It's
guac
It's
rocks.
really good. Don't get me wrong. It's once you make it into guac, it's great. You add the lime, the
Yeah.
onion,
I don't know.
cilantro,
I like avocado
peppers,
spread.
jalapeno, all that. Avocado by itself, so fucking overrated. It's good.
It's good for you.
It's not the level that people say it is good.
Avocado spread rocks.
What about you? What's your list?
I had the exact same as you. Queso, salsa, buffalo chicken, guacamole, spinach dip. I really like guacamole, but it is also like you
Buffalo chicken, salsa, and queso are just
when you get guac for the table, not everybody wants guacamole. So it's like you can isolate people. Some people are scared of spinach dip, even though spinach dip rocks. Buffalo chicken dip rocks. Sometimes it gives you heartburn.
and let's
That's
also
the
not
downside.
let's also not pretend that all guacs are created
I
equal.
agree.
I had a guac the other day that everyone's like, "This is so good, you gotta try it. This is so good, you gotta try it." I don't think they had any salt in it.
Oh yeah,
That was remember when I said I was putting tahini on my guacamole?
Yeah.
That's fucking why.
it was
They
some
did
made
not.
guac.
Everyone's like, "This is so good." I was like, "Yeah." Like I can't be the only
Fucking
fucking person
white
tasting
people.
this right now. It was a white woman who made the dip.
Obviously,
It was everything else was perfect about it. It just needed
no
salt.
seasoning. Buffalo chicken dip can give you heartburn. Salsa rocks, and salsa is the most versatile of all of these.
And there's multiple salsas. Like
But,
I
like,
said, salsa verde.
yeah. But like when you go to a Mexican restaurant, they all have salsa, and then you got to be like, let's go primo with this shit. Let's get the queso, which is why queso is superior, and everybody likes queso. And if you don't like queso, you're probably a terrorist.
Also, and how excited do you get when they not only put down red salsa, but you also get green salsa with it? You're
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
oh yeah.
fucking toma
I'm gonna do this until the queso gets here. Then I'm gonna go ham on this queso. So yeah, I had queso, salsa, buffalo chicken, guacamole, and spinach dip. Great power rankings, Alex.
Great list.
Great power rankings, Alex. So well done. Well done. We said to bring the heat for the power rankings. Alex brought the heat. He understood the assignment. Josh Tree Caudle said he's at Joshua Tree 713 on X, and he says, "Is air conditioning just domesticated wind?"
For sure, dude.
I want to say yes. I want to say yes because
that makes it sound like you're going to say no.
well, it's because you would think you're like, this is me just using wind to cool my house and keep it at a great temperature. But is it really domesticated wind or is it manufactured wind?
Well, I think it is manufactured, but because of that, it's domesticated because you have trapped the wind inside a box that humans created and are pushing it into your
But it's not
home,
real wind.
But it's domesticated.
So
we have controlled and trapped the wind. What is a domesticated animal? It's a fucking wolf that over years we have just trained to be able to come inside and curl up and give me kisses.
Fair point. Fair point.
We have trapped it and controlled it.
My counterpoint would be domesticated wind is sails or wind farms because that creates energy from the wind. And we're like, yo, bitch, you come over here and fucking spin these things and then we're going to turn it into power. Or you come here and fucking push these sails and let me get from one place to the other. Like that's domesticating the wind. Whereas you are creating wind by the air conditioner. Yes, you can argue that that's like, I'm
with you.
That's the golden doodle of winds is your air conditioner. I will give you that. But domesticated wind is using actual wind, like with a sail, to domesticate. Like, hey, we're making you a boat now, bitch.
You know what?
You're not just blowing. Now you're blowing a boat.
Partially what you said and partially what I said at the end there when I was like, we trap and control it. And then I thought about, I haven't controlled a single dog in the history of my family. They are just cool animals that live with us that sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't.
A lot of times not.
Domesticated wind would more be like when Native Americans would build like holes in the side of their adobo huts because, you know, like when you push wind through a smaller area, it cools it down.
Right.
So it was like old school air. That would be domesticated wind because now you're changing the temperature of the wind for your liking.
But you're still using the wind.
Yeah, but it's real wind that you're using. You're right. It's manufactured wind, not domesticated.
See? And that's where I was like, I want to say yes because the thought process is there. But you're not.
It's a good thought.
It's a great thought.
But it's coming from a failed hypothesis.
No hypothesis has failed.
No, they're either successful or they're failed. That's
true.
literally
a
all
lot
they
of
do.
hypotheses.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just
failed.
Sorry, I don't like that. It's coming from a faulty hypothesis. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
Because there is no wind to begin with. There has to be wind for it to be domesticated.
It's created wind.
You can't domesticate a dog if there is no dog to begin with.
Yeah, AC manufactured wind.
You're a smart man.
Wind farms, sails, that's domesticated wind.
Yep.
All right. Look at that. Science, baby.
They're just two guys.
People
say I'm hard-headed. Look at that. I change my mind all the time.
Yeah,
on the
everybody
show.
on TikTok, like, these guys are fucking idiots.
That's true.
Not here.
But we're willing to admit when we're wrong.
Right. Daniel Jones, wrong. Hand up. Not here. Domesticated wind. I know my shit. All right. Brad Calgoni, right? I want to say Calgoni.
Yeah, that looks too Italian to not be Italian.
Brad the Calgoni.
Did he misspell it? Is it Brad Calzone?
I hope so.
Brad, your name's Brad Calzone now.
The
Sorry,
email was Calgone or Calgoni.
His nickname's got to be Calzone, though, right?
Maybe it's Cologne.
No, unless Alex copied it down wrong.
Not gonna rule that out. Could be.
You could have definitely switched the O and the G there.
Caglon.
No, the O and the G.
Calgone.
If you switch the O and the G, it's Cologne. COLOGNE.
That'd be O's. Yeah, you're right. We could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way.
I'm going to go Calgone or Calgoni.
You know
right?
what?
Brad C. Brad says, do map legends have an ego problem?
Hell no, dude. They earned that.
I don't know. I think calling yourself a legend, like, get the fuck out of here. You're a map key. Settle down.
Back in the day, when people were using maps to get from point A to point B, you didn't have that legend. You don't know which way's up or down.
It's a key.
Dude, you could be like, all right, I need
the rest of the map.
I gotta travel to South Carolina for the fucking congressional meeting or whatever. I don't know. You know, fuck it, let's take it back. I gotta get to Philadelphia for the Continental Congress.
Gross.
You don't know how to read a map. All of a sudden, you're in Florida because you don't know which way is up and which way is down. So you know what? They are legends because they help everyone get where they need to be.
They're also keys,
and that's a legendary move.
I think they are a little cocky because, like, yeah, maybe back then maps were more like the legend or the key meant more, but like a lot of times it's like, hey man, I know where windows are. You need to show these windows on the plane, like a map. You don't need a map legend on the fucking airplane when they're like, this is where the emergency exit is. Like, I can see where the door is. I'm not stupid.
Well, we have established that we are stupid.
Not usually, not always stupid. Not always.
I don't know. I think they earned that right. And you know what? You want to say they're a little cocky? They are. But
Are they? They're egomaniacs, and I think that's
they
the
earn the
question.
right.
Are they egomaniacs? Yes, map legends are absolute egomaniacs. Some of them deserve to be called map legends. A lot of them are keys.
You think about it. Without a legend, Lewis and Clark never make it to the West Coast.
That was a map legend.
Yeah.
That was a map legend. The one that Robert drawing me a map to get to his house, that's a key.
You know what? I guess specific ones can be legends. So we could say when my buddy was trying
if
to.
they're all legends, then there's not one. Like you can't all be legends. It's like when Christmas time, people will have the Rudolph nose on their car and the antler ears, and it's like you think you're all Rudolph.
When
No,
my
you're not.
friend was,
we can't all be Rudolph, and we can't all be map legends.
when my friend was trying to complete special forces training and he failed mountain phase, not a legend on that one. He
Not
got
a
turned
legend.
around.
Not a legend.
That was just
That was a key.
That was a series of directions.
And it was a key that he could not unlock the lock with because it was the wrong key.
See, it was a shitty key.
It's a shitty key. So yeah, I think map legends do have an ego problem.
I think they've earned it. I don't think it's a problem.
They are egomaniacs.
Yeah.
Some
Nothing
of
wrong with
them-
that sometimes.
Some of them are deserving of being egomaniacs. Some of them are not.
Think about it this way. Michael Jordan
LeBron James, egomaniac. He can be an egomaniac.
deserved it. He's played it out. Nick Young,
No.
no reason to have that
not
much
at all.
confidence.
Absolutely not.
So,
All right. We're in agreement.
Robert, break the tie.
No, I think we're in
Legends
agreement
or
right
not.
there.
Well, you said no. I said it is, and they've earned
I
it.
said, do they have an ego problem? Yes, I think that most. I think
I
a
don't
lot.
think it's a problem.
If all map keys want to be gone by legends, then that's an ego problem. I don't think they're all legends.
Robert,
Do map legends have an ego problem?
I'm kind of floored right now because I just discovered
what a legend was?
no that Kleenex makes air filters.
How the fuck did you get onto that?
Are you buying air filters during the podcast?
I'm not, but that just an ad that popped up. I'm like, this can't be real. Is this April 1st? No, Kleenex makes
That's
air
what people-
filters.
April Fool's somewhere.
People forget Kleenex is a brand, not a product. The product is facial tissue.
Yeah, but I thought that's all they made in different forms.
Not anymore.
So break the tie, Robert.
I'm gonna go with they do not have an ego problem.
Okay.
Yes!
They do
Me
not.
and
have
Robert
an
are
ego problem.
so often in lockstep. I love it.
Sometimes you are. You only say it when he is
Not-
on your
and
side.
we're not in key step.
Not in key step.
I didn't even mean to do that one. That was awesome.
You did. You went back and did
No,
it.
I went back to point it. I didn't mean to say lockstep like that, like I was setting it up.
Okay. You know
Of
what?
course, I meant to go back.
If
and say,
you're not gonna water it, don't waste its time, dude.
fuck
All
you.
right, like a plant. Don't waste its time. All right, I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. We are at Pass Gray Pod on all socials. Please give us a follow everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the audio version of the podcast. Give us a 5-star review in the podcast app. Get roast us, comment on it, whatever. But as long as you give us the 5-star review, it helps us pop up there. Comment your most embarrassing things and spam us in the comments on YouTube. Help us out there. Share us with a friend. That's the best way to help grow the podcast. PassGravyMerch.com. Are we gonna put flags up there, Robert?
Yeah, we should put some flags up there.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have flags up there. Flags coming soon. Summer flags. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
When's the next World Cup?
2 years.
Fucking PTG country flags. But we only
But
sell
just
America.
just American. Yeah. Yeah. I'm absolutely down for that.
We know we have all the other ones up there. They just say out of stock.
Yeah, we just because we didn't stock them ever. We have the Ukraine flag.
Or we put an American flag on all of the foreign flags.
Yeah, you can order like a Ukraine one, but it just comes as an American flag.
They just no, that's dumb. They just wouldn't buy that.
At Pass Great Pod again, give us a follow everywhere, and let's do our random celebrity generator.
I'm
right
gonna go
now.
with Pope John Paul II.
Pope John Paul II. Very specific.
My goat.
I'm gonna go Rihanna.
Rihanna. I'm gonna go Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Pope John Paul, Rihanna, Matthew McConaughey.
Alex likes high school girls.
The Stooges, James Cagney, Ellen DeGeneres, Cyndi Lauper, Kat Deely, Leo DiCaprio, Anna Kendrick, and Jack Nicklaus.
I fucking almost said Pope Leo. That would have. I'm just saying that would have been close.
Oh, okay. You said Pope John. Pope
Leo.
John, Rihanna,
Pope John
and
Paul
Matthew
II.
McConaughey.
Put some respect on his name.
Julianne Moore, Ty Cobb, Carmen Miranda, Goldie Hawn, Katharine Hepburn, Mario Lemieux, Bruce Springsteen, and Jan Codes. One last one. Here we
Who
go.
the fuck is Jan Coates?
Tony Roach, John Fogerty, John Newcomb, Mickey Mantle, Claudette Colbert, Bobby Jones, Orson Welles, and Sophia Loren.
The one fucking episode I don't pick somebody that we talked about during the
Mickey
episode.
Mantle would have been a winner. Would have been a winner.
Cock.
All right. Hey, we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Fuck Dallas. And until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. And we